That's my alter ego.
That's a channel you didn't tell us about.
Yeah, it's my 5th channel. It's just hiding in the background.
Sign full.
I think
Alright,
should
we
be...
should be good. Oh wait, my camera decided to tap out. That's
wait.
funny.
Why am I? Oh, that's why. I understand now. I have to have it. Oh my god. Ugh. I'm trying to use like the Discord thing as like my web camera as I'm streaming, and I have to keep in mind that my Discord page always has to be up, because if it's not actually on the cursor, then it's like, yo, get the fuck out. We're not gonna show anything. So I'm like, it's whatever. It's in real
Discord is cursed, bro. It's a pain in the ass, especially using it with like OBS. It's so bad.
Because you need 2 cameras. I think that you need 2 cameras to make it work out properly.
You just use there's a thing called split cam. You use that and then it splits it.
You split cam?
And then you get to lag 5 seconds like Paul.
Yeah, bro.
No, I'm not using it.
You get to live in the past.
If I was using
He's like,
it
I'm
right
not
now,
using it. That's just my camera.
No, 2 cameras, bro. 2 cameras.
Paul's like
That's
looking
just
around
me.
while he's talking. Like his mouth isn't even moving yet.
if I was using it, it wouldn't be
I don't know
bad
if
right
it is
now,
if I got future sight or like
Par is speeding up as we talk
Right.
right now, bro. It's insane.
Yeah,
Like he's a
there you go.
JoJo's character. Like it's part 6. He's just
See?
going, bro.
Yeah,
See.
Paul's calling it from a different dimension.
He's like, this
Now
isn't
we're
actually
good.
split cam. That's just me.
Yeah,
He's sponsored by Split Cams. He's like, guys, check this out. Look what I can do.
Yeah.
I'm just always
Use
too
code
lazy.
PAR.
Like split cam is super good if you use it, but like I never use it, so like I'm just too lazy to open up another app.
Paul's
your
voice
camera.
finally caught up with his camera.
Yeah,
Love to see it.
It's sped up though. It's sped up.
I mean the rationale or the main thing that's always the issue is OBS, right? Like OBS is the thing that causes problems, and that was the problem here. Unfortunately, OBS eats up RAM and shit, so it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, what, we have everyone's stream up now? Everyone's probably
Just
like,
get more RAM, lol.
I feel like OBS just eats it up regardless. Like if you, no matter how much you get, it just like decides to cap up as much as you have for whatever reason. Because I upgraded my RAM and it still takes up like 50% on the task manager. I'm like, all right, whatever.
How much RAM do you have? Wait, how much RAM do you have?
64.
Damn. Wait, hold on. No, your shit's just fucked up. There's no way, bro. Come on.
Yeah, well, I also am running a bunch of other stuff in the background, but now my camera's fine, right? But the thing is, OBS is like they just like if you have any visuals on OBS for whatever reason, they run it like 6 times to cache it, I think, and then they just, I don't know, they just screw you up. Because if
Bro, stress test it, man.
because I
DDR4, DDR5.
I could have like my Adobe apps open and it wouldn't lag like this on camera, like even when I'm rendering. But then OBS is just like the moment you start streaming, boom, it's just gone.
Okay.
Yeah,
You may have some DDR4 stuff, because I got DDR5 and I got like 3 Google Chromes up while simultaneously streaming with the whole Discord thing on the OBS. So I'm like, yo, you shouldn't have. Just upgrade your shit. All right, bro. Get out of the Stone Age, bro. What's going on?
Damn, bro. You
Get out of the
Yeah,
Stone Age.
it's a write-off.
Damn,
The dude's
Right,
like,
it's a write-off, man. That's
Right
it.
off.
See, like Sai has cats. Brago is like the Twitch CEO in the background right now. Cole,
Yeah.
Cole went from 0 background to everything in the background, and then we got Zone in here who got PSA graded Yu-Gi-Oh Pokemon cards. Like, I'm sorry, I can't keep up with you guys. My bad. I got,
You got
the
law in the
15
background.
You got law, I say, right?
I got
yeah,
He's
that's
got
what
it
you
like
need.
on a piece of paper.
I got 15
All right, that's
It's not even like high quality, not framed.
You did good. You did good.
It's just a piece of paper right there.
Hey, come on.
Just drew it himself.
I'm trying my best here. But yeah, I mean, I guess all of our streams are probably confused. Like, yo, what is this lineup? Who's here? Why are they here? I think
What are we
everybody
doing?
on my stream knows everybody here. If you don't read spoilers or you're not a member of my channel, then you might not know who Zonin is in the bottom right. But yeah, Zonin's a cool guy. We collab. I met up with him in LA, so just warm welcome to Zonin.
That one
And
night.
it wasn't
link.
awkward. It was cool.
Yeah, it was a fun time. It was a good.
It wasn't awkward. I love that.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, it wasn't strange when we met up, believe it or not.
Yeah.
No, we had some lunch. Did a laptop stream with Daxake and Sai. It was cool.
Yeah,
That's
that was
fun.
probably the most awkward part, but not between us. It was like the waiter and then the people walking down the street were just like screaming about One Piece in the middle of LA. It was just
Let's
The
go.
waiter's all silent.
yeah.
It was nice.
That was a good
Oh,
time. But yeah, this meeting was called together by Uzone, and I feel you have a few topics, a few discussion things that you want to bring up. So feel free to take the ship by the helm.
Yeah, let me also mention, super chats, or whoever's on Twitch or YouTube, do the super chats or whatever, and we will answer them. Don't make it weird, though. Okay. Now they're going to.
Or make it weird. We can get weird.
Usually when we collab with Par and Sai, we talk about like theory stuff, but we got King of Lightning and Brago here, so we might as well make it spicy, right?
Yeah.
So first we'll start with like, how strong do you guys think the Gorosei members are in relation to like
Bro, how
what
you
you
power
thought?
scale, bro? Damn. All right.
Time to let's power scale some guys now.
Well, we don't need we don't need empirical evidence to have this conversation. We can just go off of feeling and thoughts. That's what I go off of. But like in relation to like the other strongest guys that you thought were in the series, like for example, Dragon, the Admirals. Now that the Gorosei is like, we know that they're strong. Where do you think they are in relation to the rest of those?
Just before they go, I just want to preface to everyone who doesn't know, Braga's been doing a 25-day stream, and the last like 3 days has him been just breaking his brain over power scaling. He has a whole list going down.
The spreadsheet.
Yeah,
My spreadsheet.
yeah, but Braga.
Yeah, wait, what? You have a spreadsheet?
Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah, I saw it. Braga had like Rayleigh and Kaido. I was like, what are you doing? You're making yourself even harder for yourself. Like, what are you doing?
And then
Good
Like
Lord.
scaling them based on muscle, like power techniques, fucking breaking them down.
If it's not hard, it's not fun, you know?
And then for
Sure.
the other group
That's
of
fair enough, fair
people,
enough.
if you're not on Twitter or you didn't Anime NYC Summit stream, Cole has quite the take on this question that Zonin just said, and I honestly feel like Cole should just go first because it's kind of crazy, and I don't know if everyone else
I did see that
agrees.
clip. I did see that clip, but
I did the video on the channel.
agree with Cole.
Yo, that's right. Okay, do you?
Wait.
No.
What are you guys' opinion on the Gorosei then? Like, do you think they're
So-
strong or weak?
So,
I think they're strong, but the question is how. The real question is, are they stronger than the Admirals? That's the real ultimate question. Like, hey, if Jay wanted to, could Jay kill Kizaru? Could he kill Green Bull? Could he kill Fujitora? That's the real question, because everything kind of stems from there, right?
I
Because
think people are overrating these scores. Hella.
Overrated Gorosei.
They're overrating the Gorosei.
that's the
they're-
real
they're-
question.
They're old warriors at one point. They have, I think, unique abilities that we just being introduced to. But just to slap them over the Admirals. Or I think some people are even slapping them over Kaido.
Yeah.
What? No.
hold on.
Because there's a fundamental question where it's like, okay, if the Gorosei were as strong or even stronger than the Admirals, like if all the Gorosei were able to fight against Big Mom and Kaido comfortably, why the hell were you guys sitting on your ass for like 20, 30 years as the Yonko just ran
you're that
roughshot
strong.
trying to see
Arthritis, dude. They're old.
But my
Old
thing
age,
is,
you
if
know.
you're
No.
that strong, why are you sweating in crocodile?
No, yeah, stop sweating, bro. Just stop sweating.
Sai
Stop
loves
sweating.
this. Sai loves
Yeah,
this.
you
lose
have 5
crocodile, you're
Emperor
like, oh my
class dudes
God.
here. Stop sweating. What are you talking
What are we
about?
gonna do? We lost crocodile.
But then again, they're the same people who wanted to get rid of Gecko Moria. So like, you know, like when it comes to like losing a warlord, it's just like it's like an employee. You know, you don't want to lose your best employee out there.
Yeah, but and
Kind of reminds me of like the Matrix. Like they want to have the 3 pillars of power, whatever they called it, the Yonko, the warlords, and the world and the Marines. Like they want to keep that intact so that they can have somewhat of a harmony in the world. Because I assume that at any point they could just everyone, right? Well, maybe. How much weight do you guys put on Saturn's feet against Sanji, or what he did to him?
Nothing.
Oh, the stare,
Not,
the
not
the
much.
penance stare.
Not much.
Not much at all.
Why
I
not?
put more weight on the whole Kizaru's reaction to like Luffy and that fight, and Saturn's dialogue in response saying like, you know, it's expected that you would struggle against Nika, and then Kizaru, you know, you can read into it, but on the baseline he does seem like he's emotionally like upset that he can't he couldn't do more against Nika, and then Saturn's just like, it's fine, you know, and then he's like, it's weird that you lost, but it's also fine because it's Nika. So I feel like that to me is an interesting point. So and that's reading into the situation, right? If you read into it and you see that Kizaru's sandbagging, which I can see, I'm just saying at face value right now, it looks like Saturn is lil broing Kizaru a little bit and be like, don't worry, lil bro, I got it from here. You know,
he's just his boss.
And
right,
it could be
boss,
that,
bro.
I'll agree with the boss take.
It could be
because normally that's his job. Normally his job is to handle business, make sure you capture a few guys. You know, that's what he said. Like I think he said the line of, "This is unusually slow work for you, Kizaru." And Kizaru was like, "Oh my god, my head."
Like,
so you know,
would he say
so kind of feels like
that. But would he say it like that if he couldn't handle it himself, right? Because then it's implying that he could handle Nika soundly, right? He would, if the boss comes down, lil bros you, and it's like, oh, it's the boss thing, but then he gets washed. Then like, what are we reading at that?
We know why he's mainly there though. He's there because of the Seraphim, right? It's like the Seraphim need to be controlled, so that's why he's there.
Is he?
I don't think.
He hasn't mentioned the Seraphim
reason why he's
time.
there. The reason why he's there is because of Kuma. Like that's
he conveniently ties it to their backstory now. So.
Right. But I don't know. I didn't read into it like Saturn is coming down and like, yo, I'm gonna take care of things from this point forward. It's kind of just like
the magic circle, him coming in, announcement: Saint Saturn is making landfall on Egghead. You don't think?
Don't look at him.
Yeah. Don't look at my man.
Here's my thing.
Everybody evacuate.
All of that fanfare. If you think Saturn is stronger than Kaido, it makes sense because Jinbei didn't react like this when Kaido pulled up, or Big Mom.
Yeah.
And Jinbei reacted like that to Saturn. If you feel like Saturn is stronger than Kaido and Big Mom, then sure. But I don't think so. I think it's just a presence that they're not used to feeling. And Oda is somewhat introducing something new into the story. And so we don't know how to react to it. Even what he did to Sanji, I'm sure it's some trick that he has that we just don't understand it yet.
It's a magic trick.
So you
like a magic
something out of the hat.
for power. I mean, it's obviously pretty obvious. Definitely.
So
but the question is what kind of ability?
Jinbei's reacting to like the magic circle. Like he's not like, it's not like the, because for me it's like a stepping stone of like Jinbei, like with the Kaido situation, yeah, he's not reacting, but with Shanks he did. He was like, oh, this is formidable, right? But then like the fear of God is actually in Jinbei right now, and I feel like Oda has been doing that, where he showed us with Big Mom, Jinbei versus Big Mom, he was able to like look her in the eyes and not fear her. Then there's Kaido, but then when Shanks comes up, it's like, oh wow, that's pretty incredible right there. And now with Saturn here, it's like we got like through Jinbei,
but it's not like over.
You're kind of glazing it, bro.
It's more sinister.
Yeah, exactly, because you're kind of glazing it. It's like they offer something ominous, but then they keep it pushing. It's like they're not stopping like what they're doing. They just feel something that's like unusually malicious and malice, and then we see that Saturn has energy. And to be fair, I like the theory where it's not necessarily Saturn doing it, but I like the theory where it's Imu controlling Saturn from afar. That's why he says that line of, "Hey, I love that theory. I love that theory, bro, because it makes so much sense. Because it's like, hey, it's been a long time since I've been to the surface world. Wait, but my guy, you on a ship for like weeks. What are you talking about? Like, you've been here for literally like weeks on end to get to Egghead Island. So it makes no sense for you to be like, it's been a long time.
Step on land, though.
No, I want to hear that. That's weird.
Wait. So the theory is that Emo...
He's on the boat. He's on the boat, bro.
So Emo is like he's puppet controlling like Saturn. Is that what you're saying? Like
so the idea is that Emu has the ability to kind of fuse its essence into the Gorosei. So all the Gorosei have like their own powers, but Emu like kind of controls them, puppeteers them, makes them stronger. Let's say that circle that he uses, that's Emu's work. Emu teleports them to various locations. And then I think there was, because Paul, we talked about this actually when we were in New York, or when we were in the city. Yeah. I think was it Hidden who had the idea that Jay falls asleep before we see him teleport in. He falls asleep.
That was
and that's an interesting idea. Me was Preach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
So-
does he really fall asleep?
We
Like his eyes closed.
It was a meme thing, remember, Sai? It was like before the
Maybe.
last panel before he like activated. He's just like this on the very bottom, and his like eyes are shaded in. So some people think that like he actually fell asleep and he's like astral projecting.
Oh,
or
like he's like
Yeah,
dreaming or
good.
something, you
Yeah,
know?
or-
It could be like
I've
Shark
seen-
Boy and Lava Girl, right?
That's a crazy reference. that you
Like
just
George
did.
Lopez and how he like falls asleep and he's like this big monster.
Wait.
Just said it.
Yeah, no, you watch
Said
Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Come on, like George
Okay,
Lopez,
right.
right?
They're
I
too
don't think
old
anything
for
is
Shark
crazy.
Boy and Lava Girl. What do you mean?
Dude,
Wait,
there's
what?
no
No,
one
of
that
it.
doesn't watch Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Dark Boy and Lava Girl is like
That's a classic,
our
dude.
time.
Is it
Yeah,
really?
I saw it. I just don't remember
Yeah.
the plot.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought
The,
it was,
the plot is all about
Spy
dreaming and
Kids.
imagination.
Spy
Like,
Kids is
like
my
the
time.
the biggest power in Shark Boy and Lava Girl is sleeping with your eyes open.
Yeah, Shark Boy and Lava Girl came out in 05.
Yeah, but I'm not. We can.
Yeah, damn, much better,
We don't
Pa.
need a
How old do you
carbon
think we are?
date.
How old do you think we are, Pa?
If it's not a dinosaur, you guys won't know what it is. Apparently, sorry.
They don't know about Shark
So
Boy.
Apologies,
Saturn
apologies.
is astral projecting himself or something like that?
Some people say astral projecting. Some people think he's sleeping, and like Cole's saying, the remote control. And other people think that like that was just a meme, right? There's 3 camps. I don't even know which camp makes the most sense. I'm just for whenever somebody gives more power to Emu, like controlling all of the Gorosei and buffing them, I'm like, what are we doing giving Emu that level of insanity, right? Before even the Gore, are we gonna make it 5 puppets
Why?
and Emu's like just that absurd? Like, I don't know. It's just wild. I feel
Emu
like
could be the final villain of the story. Yeah, it's very possible, bro.
it could be,
It's
but
like, let
controlling the
Emu
5
cook.
Gorosei remotely
It's possible.
is
Then why again? Like, because the Saturn line is a very important line, and I don't want to hear, oh, he touched land, he touched grass for the first time, and like no, bro.
I mean,
like,
he kind of did
don't give
though,
me that.
right? Like he's on the
No.
red line. It's like rocky crags, mountains.
They
What?
call it
There's
different
trees.
realms.
There's
They-
trees where you at, bro.
But
Stop.
they call it
I mean, but
different
it's
realms.
high up though. It's the
Yeah, but
altitude, bro.
they look at Mary Joa as like
It's a
near
holy
heaven,
land.
you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, it's a
like-
different realm. They call
that's
it
not-
lower realm and upper realm. They call
yeah,
it different
that's not,
realms.
That's not.
It's like
Nah.
right now he's mingling with the poor, right? Like
Right.
he's on Egghead Island. He's got the fodder around
talking
him.
to the peons.
He's on the ship. So
The
in
riffraff.
chapter, I got it. So because my chat's on me out here real quick. So in chapter 1093, at the end of that chapter, his eyes are shut or like kind of closed, essentially. And then next time we see him open, we have like that silhouette figure in chapter 1094. His eyes kind of activate, and then he's like, you know, like there's a warning. Goro says Saturn is cutting down. Nani bakana, and then we just go from there. You know, yeah. So, but I mean.
Okay.
Like, look, like again, like they could be strong, but you just have to wonder, like, how, like, would it surprise me if someone like Crocodile could beat Gorosei Saturn in a one-on fight? It wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
Crocodile beating a Gorosei member 1v1 is kind of
It wouldn't
crazy.
surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
Okay.
Wait, so you're under the impression that Crocodile is now that strong? Like off screen, he's just somehow progressed like the rest of the power creep as
That's
well?
all that kind of glazes him up. I mean, because he has a bounty higher than King the Wildfire and Marco and Bowen
does.
Hancock. It's like, yo, maybe Crocodile is that
I'm on
guy
board
now.
with
So yeah, like
I
maybe
love
he's that
Crocodile,
guy.
especially in the movies. Like in Stampede, he was amazing. I love
Yeah,
his
he was
little
cool as hell.
romance that he had with Luffy.
I don't think Crocodile can beat a Gorosei. I think that one's kind of too. I think Crocodile can take a Holy Knight, but not a Gorosei though. I feel like
Yeah.
that's reserved for the Yonko and Admirals.
I agree.
The
Oh.
Holy Knights got a lot of gas for sure by
Holy
Dragon,
Knights.
but not the Gorosei. So
But
The Holy Knights could be
you know the Holy Knights have
probably
no
stronger.
aura though.
yeah, the Holy Knights are gonna be pretty
Probably
damn
stronger
good.
than a Gorosei.
You think the Holy Knight's stronger than the Gorosei?
Wait, you don't think
Yeah.
Figarland? Wait, hold on. But this is crazy though, because we have the biggest Shanks glazer here, and Figarland is his dad, right? Or his father,
Yep.
grandfather, whatever. So you think Shanks is just one of a kind, and like Figarland isn't also a hockey god?
Let me ask you guys about this
Why not
because
shake
at
his
this
hand?
point, looking at the celestial dragons, could they just all be special?
Define
Yeah.
special, like
Because
special
look
ed?
at
Like
where
inbred?
Bonnie was
Unique
beating
abilities.
grown men as a kid. He's beating grown men,
Uh-huh.
right? And we see what Shanks is. We see what Figarland Garling is. Saw what Doflamingo was.
Okay.
Could it just be special?
So
and
like
then Charlo's, I mean,
Mosgar, yeah,
he's a tank. You know what I mean? So
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
sign up for League of Legends, crazy.
you know, are they just special? I don't know.
I could see it. Like
I
them
think some
being-
of them are because you see like Charlos, and then you see like Figureland or
Why is he alive?
Yeah,
Right.
so-
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised
Also-
if like it's all prodigies up there.
What if, because I think it's a really cool idea where they probably do have some sort of longevity, eternal life of some kind. Maybe they have some, like, whatever's going on with them, because they look the same, like, 30, 40 years ago in that flashback with God Valley, where we see Saturn, we see Kuma at God Valley. It looks the exact same. So the idea in my mind is that they could have some sort of gimmick power, where they have this sort of long life, and that makes them very, like, impervious to damage. But once you get past that gimmick, you got him, essentially. But you have to get past the gimmick first.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just you got to figure it out.
It's
You gotta
so
They're
figure
all
it out.
gimmick fights.
like what you're saying is like Logias. Logias were insane, and then you learn armament hockey, and then you're good.
But also, we got to consider the
Right.
fact that what Saturn is could be just an extension of Emu. Where
back
not
to the
Emu necessarily
manipulation.
controlling Saturn, but like what you're feeling is Emu's power, and not necessarily just all Saturn.
I agree with that.
That's why it's so ominous, because it's Emu
Yeah.
plus Saturn. Yeah.
I
Like it's Emu's blessing. It's
Yeah.
Emu's like
Yeah.
it's like Emu's devil fruit they're sharing with Saturn. Or
We don't know
something.
what they are yet.
I
You
agree
know what
with
I mean?
that.
Like,
I can see Emu giving a blessing, but I feel like okay, like to paint the picture, I also believe that like at the moment I feel like Kaido on Egghead versus Saturn, it's Kaido. Like I feel that like very confidently. But do you guys feel that right now like Emu's controlling Saturn and what we're seeing is Emu's buff, or do you think it's like a situation where Kaido beats Saturn but then Emu buffs Saturn and now Saturn beats Kaido? Is it something like that, or is it just straight out in every regard this Gorosei is weaker than Kaido?
I'm gonna
I
probably
think-
say the latter.
Yeah, I think Kaido's always gonna beat Saturn, but I don't think Saturn's gonna be a pushover though, right? Like he's not gonna like exactly fall over and die in a retirement home.
somebody's saying about
I
chat
think
that
they'll give
Saturn
him a
is
good
basically
fight.
Jack.
No.
No,
Let's
that's
go.
We talked about this.
see,
We said-
Jack is that's slander right there.
Okay, but
Calling
no.
him Jack.
here's
but
the reality.
I think Jack gets unnecessary slander. He's not even that bad.
Okay, he's
He's
not
not.
that bad, but the reality is the way Shonen goes, is it the world where Saturn's the weakest Gorosei?
More than likely.
Jack's not gonna even beat Cracker, to be honest, dude.
I don't think. I mean, we all, if we had to guess and we had to put our money on one of the Gorosei, it wouldn't be Saturn for me.
Be the strongest one? No. Probably
to be the
Tommy.
strongest. No.
To be the
Is
name, yeah.
Is either Sanji's dad or Gandhi?
Nah, dude, it's
Sanji's
gotta be the
probably
fat
Yeah.
one.
No,
I think he's that short guy, Tommy. I think it's
Sanji's
in the
dad,
name.
yeah.
Tommy.
I think
Samurai
it's
Gandhi
gonna be War
Venus.
Curry.
He has Shodai Kitetsu. He has to be.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he has to
And
be
he's
strong.
going to fight.
He at least
Zoro.
has something
He has
showing that
to
he's
be-
strong.
But they all have guns though, right? Like we gotta,
Well, that's true.
Except for him,
yeah,
yeah.
like,
But like,
come on.
But also,
So what is a
Sanji's
sword to a gun?
Usopp beats
Hey,
all
Shanks
of them.
has a gun.
Sanji's dad is also the youngest there, so he might still be in his physical prime.
but then also, like, when it comes to like the swordsman, like the guy, he's like what, like the god of a finance. Finance? I mean, the finance guy, the money dude ain't gonna be top one. Come on, bro.
Maybe he's a bounty hunter though. Maybe that's why he's the finance guy.
yeah,
He's
wait,
over here catching heads.
Hey, Cole, money is the root of all evil, so that
Yeah,
may amplify.
I don't
his
want to hear
powers.
that. I don't know.
I mean,
Bro, Emu is the root
and
of
he's
evil.
bald,
Don't
so
be
he has,
slow,
like,
bro.
pent-up
Emu
rage,
is.
dude.
Don't give me that.
Technically, he's the power scaler, right? Because he's putting the bounties on the people because he's the finance, so he's the guy.
Or he's stealing the money
He's
from the
got to know how
people.
strong everyone
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, he looked at
Yeah.
Rob and
Don't
said,
sleep.
$5 bill. We put
Don't sleep.
But
But
remember what
I
they
don't
said
know.
about remember how, like what they said about when Luffy got the Gear 5? I think it was Saturn. Like, yo, was it a good idea to make Kaido mad? I'm like, yo, like this is a sign. Like they don't want to make Kaido mad.
That was
Making
the
Kaido
young
mad's a
guy.
bad idea, bro.
Nah, it's politics, dude. It's like losing a Yonko
For a
you know.
reason. Every time
Kaido's
losing a
been
young-
sleeping on Wano for
Every
20 years. He
time.
hasn't done anything.
But the problem is that if they make Kaido upset, they can incur his wrath. That's
But
the idea.
also, they have
every
like
time.
backroom deals with Kaido.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
like,
also-
like the land of Wano has
more like
resources, though.
Orochi. Like Orochi more so than Kaido. Remember that? Like Orochi was one talking to CP0. Kaido's like, we want to actually like bring them down because I think that's even in his flashback where Kaido's like, "Yo, why do these guys get to sit on top? Fuck them. Let's just take them out." That's what he wants to start this crazy grand. Like his intro is literally, "Let's start a global war and raise hell throughout the entire planet." That's his intro. Like Jogo, like he wants to start the war. But I mean,
Yeah, but he also was the guy who jumped off of a cloud because he's been spent 20 years and
not really all the way there.
Yeah, he's had his time to cook.
He's not exactly a strategist.
He's cooked for 20 years in Wano.
Bro, there's a reason why it's taking Dragon like 50 because it takes time to raid a holy land and raid all down.
I don't know if Zonin wants us to go into Dragon slander. We could burn down the stream right now.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. How many people here actually like Dragon though?
Wait, are we all in agreement on slandering Dragon?
No, we're not all.
No, we love
Dragon more now that people hate him.
Yeah,
I like Dragon in this last chapter. He's like, yo, like I've been watching my son.
Brago.
I like that.
Shit.
People hate him for no reason.
Here's a fun topic.
Reasons.
I don't like his tattoo, man.
But
does Dragon have the highest bounty in the world?
Ooh,
I actually don't know.
Higher than Roger.
Wait.
Well,
why do people,
I don't know about that, but like currently,
Dragon?
does he have like the highest? Do you think?
Okay, hold on, real quick. People hate Dragon because Dragon ain't doing anything, bro. That's the problem. It's like people are like, yo.
What would people like for him to do, though?
Oh no,
people,
we're getting on.
People were hella pissed. You know this. People were hella pissed.
I want to see Dragon
when
Kuma's girlfriend.
When Giddy, I'm not saying that I agree per se, but I'm saying like people were hella.
Girlfriend. Why don't you, Dragon?
Bro,
you better slide for everybody's girlfriend. Then.
Giddy, listen. When she came back with the 10 you beat those kid, it was like, yo, Dragon, you fucked this up, bro.
Yo, do you remember? Like Dragon had Ivankov sitting in jail.
He did. True.
Ivankov.
True.
He's not sliding for Ginny.
Yeah, but Dragon. You know that when Dragon
was a canon event.
You know that when we find out that Dragon does do anything, when Guinea has a situation, one particular, people are gonna be like hella like sensitive to that. Like, what the hell, Dragon? Really? You didn't do anything when this happened? You're a monster.
I guarantee you, Dragon was doing stuff in the background.
I mean, let's see, bro.
He was strategizing.
I think they just wanted him.
He was drinking.
I think they just wanted him to keep the same energy that he had like during the reverie, like when they went to go get Kuma, like. I think people just are thinking, like, why didn't they just do that for Ginny? Because if we didn't already have the context for that, then I don't think people would have been so upset with Dragon.
I also, like the context of Dragon, it's not a one-off thing. It's like multiple things where it's not even like, I feel like each one of those things is slidable, but the problem is that like multiple times, it's like, even from Oda's perspective, he could have added like one line. For example, we still don't know why he's so fearful of holy knights, right? And yet we saw like a 20-year span of time period with the Revs, and there was no interaction with holy knights, period. And so like now, we have to wait until we figure out why Dragon has this like knowledge of the holy knights, despite like someone in the chat brought up like if Fisher Tiger raided Mare Joie, why wasn't there a holy knight? Those are questions that I feel like Oda's purposely putting voids in, and it's just not good for his character to have the voids. And so for me, it's like I get why people are upset. We just have to wait. But I feel like with Dragon specifically, there's like 20 spots where it could have been 10, and he could have just slid in a line of like, oh, the cipher pull stopped Dragon from like moving from a certain spot, right? Like if he wanted to go to Ginny, he'd have to go through all of cipher pull. Like I don't know, he could have added various lines where even, for example, another weird situation, because it's all contextual, still people have the debate of him versus Blackbeard on Baltigo, and like what that nuance was, and that's a voided spot. All we know is that everyone on Dragon's side is fine. Everyone left. Blackbeard clashed with Cypher Pole, but there was no mention of clash with the Revs. But yet people will still be like, well, if Dragon's so strong, why couldn't he just demolish everybody, right? And reasonably, if you look at Cypher Pole, there's not anybody that's like clowning on the top tiers at the time when we were talking about it. Now we know Lucci and Kaku are awakened, so that's crazy, but it's still a weird thing where it's not just one, it's like throughout the entire series. The only time where it's like, oh wow, Dragon's solid is when he showed up at Logtown, but like other than that, it's we don't really have a solid basis for talking him in a positive light.
I don't think it's been as clear, but I think based on what the things Oda showed about Dragon, I think one thing that we can't question is his integrity, right? Being a part of the Marines, his dad being the hero Garp, leaving the Marines, saying, I found no justice there, starting a revolution. Again, when we think of everything in the One Piece story, nobody's job or goal is more difficult because there's not really a blueprint of what to do. So he's the guy. Like, if he falls, everything crumbles. We can lose Kuma, we can lose Ivankov, we can even lose Sabo. If Dragon falls, it's over. So for him, he can't be as risky as someone like Luffy. Yo, I'm gonna pull up to Marineford to save Ace. Can't do that.
Yeah,
it's just not. He
has
too
the
much
biggest goal, but at the same time, it's like people always refer to, well, hold on now. If it was really, really, really that difficult, why the hell is Fisher Tiger able to go up there one man, save as many slaves as humanly possible, and then bounce? Like he saved Boa Hancock. They're just built.
They're built different.
So the man with the crazy wind, mythical Zoan Logia powers, he ain't built different.
Jump in the water.
Yesterday, Brago gave a plus 20 Fishman buff on his powers.
Yeah, bro, right?
I mean, Fisher Tiger isn't even that strong.
Every Fishman is 1,000 times stronger than a base human.
For Fishman, it's not that hard for Fishman to get away. That's why Jinbei got away from Big Mom. Nothing. No problems.
Nothing. The guy with the wind powers, it's hard for him to escape, really.
It's the red line.
Kuma can teleport too.
I mean, to escape, but
they got some good powers in there.
The red line. There's no water at the red line. You know, it's dry up there.
But you can dive. You can dive though. In the
what I'm saying for Dragon, so
with all the other people.
So this man Fisher Tiger climbed the red line, freed slaves, and jumped off the red line back into the.
So we want Dragon to go right. Dragon has his wind powers.
Yes.
He goes up to Mary Joa. He saves Ginny, saves maybe a couple other slaves, and just gets out of there.
That's what a lot of folks are saying.
He just blows them away, right? It is kind of silly. But no, it's really dumb. But like,
it is. But everyone's gonna always. But everyone exactly because everyone's always going to refer back to Fisher Tiger. Everyone's like, yo, Fisher Tiger, bro. Come on, man.
And the other part,
if he could have done this, you could have go save Giddy.
Well, Fisher Tiger's stupid.
But also in that same chapter, Brago, in that same chapter, we have the line of Kuma saying, I could be anywhere, anytime, any place I want to be, period. And like he said that matter of fact. And it's like, that's a crazy line to have when he can apply that to, like, if Fisher Tiger had Kuma's power, we wouldn't have slaves apparently, you know what I mean? He wouldn't need to burn down the place because he'd climb up and just pop, everyone's gone. And what would they do?
That's one thing too. That's also a side thing too. Like Kuma's doing a lot too.
Instantly,
Kuma's doing a lot, bro.
His Paw Fruit instantly was able to overcome Saturn and God Valley and free 500 people at God Valley. And yeah, maybe he didn't 1v1 Saturn. Yeah, I'm not saying that, but there's still the Rock's crew, there's Roger's crew, there's Garland, there's Saturn, there's all these people, and the moment he got his fruit, he's capable of 500 people free. And that's insane on an island where they're actively hunting the people that he's trying to save.
He's probably capable because of those other guys being there, though, because they weren't worried about Kuma. You know what I mean? Like, because those are the big names.
Yeah, but they're worried about who he's saving, and yeah, they are worried about him because he's one of the rare bunnies that they're trying to. They get the points.
But you have Roger and Rock's there, so why would you care about Kuma though?
Yeah, no, I'm saying like they're holding all the God Knights, etc. at bay. So like it's bigger fish than
Saturn cared. Saturn cared enough to have a whole face off.
That's what I'm telling y'all. Saturn is not strong.
He lost to Kid Kuma.
You can look at it. Saturn's not strong.
It's not wrong.
Power is that potent and that capable of it makes the marriage law situation.
So why are we
weird.
holding Dragon accountable? Why didn't Kuma go get her?
Yeah, no, to be fair, I think
Kuma's a henchman, bro. That's it. He's a henchman. Dragon is the commander-in-chief.
Kuma said, "Yo, Dragon, I'm leaving the Revolutionaries. Go take care of my kid."
And that's why I haven't been like on the Ginny side of the thing, like where it's like I just think that the whole context of Dragon is weird. But for me, the thing that I stick to is the fact that Oda's been building up Kuma the way he has. He's like the kindest, strongest, whatever character, but he will die for Dragon, and that's ultimately what Oda's been building up the strongest. All of these characters are literally like, I trust in Dragon. Ivankov went to prison for Dragon. Kuma became a slave again for Dragon. Like, it's just like so many different iterations of like, I'm not going to do all these things.
And off of that, I think off of the character of Ivankov and Kuma and what they're willing to do for Dragon should tell us about Dragon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
maybe
that's what I'm saying.
Maybe
Dragon's like the top. No, I'm not.
Maybe Ginny
questioning
was
it.
in a situation where they couldn't save her. Like maybe she had like a sea stone laced lingerie. Like they go over there and then it turns out that Kuma can't puff her because you know she's strapped with sea stone.
But here's the thing as well, right? Dragon mentions the God Knight, so that means he probably encountered them at some point. What if he tried to go up there and he encountered a few of the God Knights? That's why
maybe he went up there and then he was like, "Damn, I can't beat these guys."
By somebody else.
Head out.
I don't think Garling's is currently the strongest God Knight.
I think he probably is, honestly.
I don't think he is.
No.
I don't think he is either. I think
really.
I think Garling
That's
has
like
a
saying
son, to
Garp
be
is
honest.
currently the strongest Marine right now.
Minus Shanks.
I think Saint Dracula is the strongest Holy Knight.
I think the new generation of Holy Knights is going to be stronger than Garling.
Do you?
I don't
Even
know.
though we haven't met him, you know.
But what was it, like
I'm
they had their
scaling.
contest. They had their contest in the whole at God Valley, and Garling was kicking everybody's ass. Like he was.
But that was
Yeah,
his
but that was
prime,
40
bro.
years ago, though.
Yeah, but to say
Like
that
back,
he'd
back
be like
in World War II, my
stronger.
grandpa was killing it, dude. But you know nowadays, you know he's trying to fight arthritis.
If Garling has some unique powers, he could still be him. Like Big Mom, he could still be him. Honestly,
Nah, he's a hockey man.
he may be. But if he has some other things going for him, then he could still be him.
Do you think Big Mom is the strongest, Yanko?
Strong, no.
Why not?
Come on, big mom. No,
not?
dude.
Who's the strongest?
It's because she's a
We
woman.
don't know, bro.
Shanks.
All time.
Okay.
All time.
then.
I'm kidding.
We don't know.
Okay then.
I don't know. Just
But
Big
Shanks
Mom
is
on
different, though.
paper.
Shanks is different.
She gets
Shanks is
joked on every
different.
chance, man. I don't know.
I think we could see a Shanks counterpart, a part of the God Knights.
Yeah,
Like the twin?
That's where I'm at. I think Shanks has like a twin
Like,
brother.
not
dude.
necessarily a
like,
twin.
like
Tanks or
Figureland's
something.
son. So like we have
Yes.
so stabs. Okay, the mythical stabs.
Oh,
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Stabs, Shanks.
Yeah.
the front silhouette is
Slice.
still unaccounted for because that
Exactly.
wasn't
Probably
Garling.
Garling.
He has the
Yeah,
Probably
dude.
has
Garling,
the
bro.
crescent
It's
moon
not
here.
Garling.
Nah,
bro.
dude. That would be like a
Yeah.
40. That would be an outdated ass silhouette.
Let
Imagine
the
that.
dragon
Like,
see these
But
people.
this happens all the time.
It couldn't be
Yo,
an
look at-
outdated
yo,
one because
look-
he saw
look at
young
the-
Garland and he had the Dune-kun hair. He had the.
He didn't have that. He didn't have that.
Bro,
silhouette.
nah, yo.
I got
Order
Valley, he
does
had
this
the
all the
thing.
time.
At God
Look
Valley,
at
he had
The
the
crescent, it's a crescent moon.
Yeah. So
When you look at the other like silhouettes you see before, like for other characters, like look
He
at
did
Big
the
Mom, the
Warlords.
kind of silhouette. Like they're not
I know,
even
but
close
those
to
are
look like, bro.
But those are like
the warlords are
spanning
all over the
years,
place,
though,
bro.
Cole.
yeah,
Yeah,
and over
nah.
years, and those are
Order
people who
does this
haven't
all the
even-
time.
They have not met the
that
Yonko.
close.
He
either.
does this
Not that
all the
close
time,
together.
bro. Like
Not that
there's
close
literally a dude that came out of an Alex Jones like demonic concert, bro. You see like Bohemian Grove. He has a whole skull mask and everything, my boy. Like there's no way there's no show of this guy wearing a skull mask. There's not some like short girl with a beret and a gun. Like we don't see it. Come on, bro. I'm
That's what I'm
just
saying.
saying.
It's
Like,
outdated. It's an outdated
He
silhouette.
took the
It's not
mask
good.
off.
yeah.
So wait, hold on. If the Gorosei aren't strong and the Holy Knights aren't strong, and so
They are strong.
They
Stop
are
saying that. They are strong.
Okay.
They're
But
strong.
are they
They're
as
just
strong
not
as
super
But the
strong.
admirals?
Gorosei are
That
strong.
is the question.
They're
Are they
strong. They're not
admirals?
just like
They're not like
Stronger
top
than
5 in the
Yonko.
first,
Okay.
is what I think
Yeah.
they're getting at.
so
Yeah.
are
Here's why I think that the Holy Knights are stronger than the Admirals, because they are celestial dragons, and that I think that the Gorosei and the rest of the Celestials and Emu and everything treat the Marines as essentially slaves, so they would only trust them to go so far, as to where they would only have the strongest and the brightest, like as the Holy Knights or as the Gorosei or whatever. That's just what I've been gathering from this, especially like in these recent chapters with the introduction of all those new characters that we weren't familiar with before. So I think the ceiling for a Marine can only go so far, at least with the world government.
okay. Do we think that Garling is stronger than Garp?
Yes.
He could be, yeah.
like
Yes.
right now
Yeah.
No,
So
I'm talking about like in their primes.
In their prime, Garling versus Garp.
I got
He could be as strong as a prime guard. Yes,
I,
possible.
I,
Yeah, I
could
think
see
they're
that.
equal.
I think equal.
I want to say they're equal.
I would lean towards
Yeah.
Garp though. I'd lean towards Garp.
I lean towards Garling because I think he looks cooler.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
leaning towards Garp.
I got a look scale, dude. Like,
I'm not
Do you think
sure.
Garling? Do you think
I'm not-
Garling is possibly stronger than Roger?
No.
No. Maybe they're on par.
they're around the. I think they like balance each other out. I think they're
No,
all.
because you put Garp on
like
the same
equal.
level as Roger. I don't do that. So
I don't
that's
do
what I'm
that.
saying
Oda
no.
does that.
Oda does not do that. Oda does not do that. Oda does not do that. All right.
What did he say? He said they were rivals or something.
They were
They
rivals,
almost killed
like
each other several
in
times.
the same way, like in the same.
But Don Chin Zhao was a thing, right? And Don Chin Zhao was like Garp's rival low key.
He thought he was
wasn't
He got one
his
shot.
rival.
Well, no. That was before Garp like punched a mountain and like learned some good old hockey. But
No.
See, Don Chin Zhao was pushing Garp's buttons a little bit.
This is the equivalent. It's a one-sided rivalry. Don Chin Zhao thought he was rivals to somebody, but Garp is just Garp. You know what I mean? That's a common.
Bro, no. Garp had to train for what? How many days? He
he warmed up on mountains. He said he warmed up.
He pulverized like 8 or 9 mountains to get ready for Don Chin Zhao. You don't destroy 8 or 9 mountains.
Zhao is a discussion.
You don't destroy 8 or 9 mountains.
Kingdom?
He said warm up.
Don Chin Zhao is like the Kaido of Kano, bro.
That's crazy, yeah.
We saw those battleship bags, Cole.
I love
We
it,
saw
bro.
those battleship bags. That's enough.
We did. Listen, I'm not saying that he's not strong, but I think that Roger is either peerless or he's surpassed by rocks, and that's maybe it.
He's not peerless. Whitebeard is right there.
I don't think he's right there. All right,
He's right there.
So remember the old dialogue that Buggy had, where Whitebeard was literally the only person that could like try and match or rival Roger. Like, but he still puts like Whitebeard like in an inferior position compared to
You don't
Roger.
think Buggy's biased?
He may be biased. That's possible, but it's like when we see Roger fight against Whitebeard that well, and we know he's terminally ill. I'm like, bro. Like, Whitebeard's him, but
in that fight, I doubt it was affecting anything.
I don't know.
Being ill wasn't affecting anything.
I don't know.
No
I mean,
indication
he's
of
like,
it.
I mean,
Yeah, we didn't see him coughing up blood.
There's no indication.
No, like we didn't, but because like we know that he was in good condition at that point in time because Crocus says that, but then also Rayleigh says in the pre-time skip that he was in constant pain all the time when he had this illness. When he's talking to Luffy Company, he was in constant pain because of his illness. So it's like I have a hard time believing that if Roger was like peak pristine, if he had no cancer, no malignant tumors anywhere, that it would be the same outcome. I have a
same
hard time
outcome. You
that,
mean a tie?
Yeah.
Even though Roger's crew was way better.
Wait.
Better? yeah. No, Whitebeard's crew is kind of ass, bro. Come on, they have like teenage Marco.
His
they
strike
have
is
like a
Giga
teenage
Chad and
Gozu.
Wano.
Yeah,
they're kind of bad. Marco did not shot in Wano. What?
No, Rock, don't do that. Don't. Good. As if like, there's some bitch. Come on, bro. Don't do that.
You mean
don't do that,
Scalper? My bad.
Bro,
yeah, okay, but he had Odin, but like the strongest, like modern Whitebeard pirate got one finger tapped by Rayleigh. You know what I mean? Like
when he was a kid.
Yeah, but that was.
I'm sorry. Whitebeard did have Whitey Bay. Whitebeard did have Whitey Bay. Yeah.
Whitey Bay is kind of. Was Whitey Bay part of the crew, or is that just like allies?
Back then.
Oh yeah.
Stop. We're forgetting. We're forgetting here. He had Vista, bro.
Oh my god. He did stop Mihawk, I guess.
He had like 16 commanders at the end of the day. At least one of them's got to be strong.
Das Bones stopped Mihawk technically.
Yeah,
technically, Das Bones.
I'm not doing this.
Technically, let me tell you, Das Bones is kind of crazy.
Slander, yo. We're not doing this.
Nah, trust me, girl. He's great.
Hey, you guys see the new Monsters promo? They're doing a Netflix adaptation of it.
That's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
Real quick before we swap over, there was a few super chats I want to read real quick before we pass them by. So Rapo, he totaled 20 euros. So I'm just gonna read them all together. Said,
"Thank you, Rapo."
He said Boa's Devil Fruit is broken for Blackbeard because he can catch Devil Fruit users, turn them to stone, and then use the Tremor ability to destroy them. On top of all that, we can say he cannot die because if he is dead, the ability won't turn them back, and the next user cannot undo the spell. It's broken. I want your take on this. And I get that's broken, but he also has like Kuzan too, who like that combo exists where he freezes them and then Tremor destroys them. So I feel like there's a multitude of ways, but I guess like a good synthesis is like, do you guys think that he like will eventually get Boa's Devil Fruit?
The whole point of getting Boa's Devil Fruit is it's aligned with Blackbeard's entire journey and what he likes.
Right.
It would give him leverage. If he can do something to somebody and he's the only one that can turn him back, all right, now you got to do what I want you to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just leverage.
Yeah.
I think that's what he wants. But I mean, but the thing is, it's not gonna work the same way for Blackbeard as it would for BOAT. So
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah.
if he starts showing some
Or
leg,
confirm that too.
that'd be
crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like his little like 1 foot of leg that he actually has shows that little skin. Oh, whoa!
Yo,
it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
We get a Blackbeard lingerie
I do see
line.
in the community a lot of people do like get on Blackbeard and say, well, I don't think Blackbeard's that strong. Even in the comment section sometimes. I see people talk about
No,
Blackbeard
dude, did you
not
see
being that
Blackbeard in the
strong.
last episode? He's top, dude.
Well, he was like,
Speaking of,
that's just his personality, right? Like he's just always worried.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always
You know?
sweating.
Always
sweating.
I mean, I
He's
like
skittish.
it.
He's a wet guy.
Skittish, yeah.
He's like the underdog as a villain somehow.
Right,
I like that
right.
dynamic. But speaking of Blackbeard and his legs, and we'll go on to the next super chat, don't worry. But do you guys think that Blackbeard is a Buccaneer as well?
Ooh, the Buccaneer
You'd
business.
have to put it
No.
on. Is it Blackbeard, Whitebeard, Kuma? Because Whitebeard looks
Yeah.
crazily like
Whitebeard looks
got
like a
that
Buccaneer.
chin, bro.
But no, yeah, but the problem is that like look at his legs though, bro. Like his legs are normal. Kuma has
Well,
actually
he
no
just
legs.
worked out. He worked on his
No, Kuma is 22 feet of upper body and then 2 feet of legs. It's ridiculous.
Whitebeard had a whole family
No.
to carry. That's why.
Yeah.
Bro, what are you
Broad
talking about?
shoulders.
Bonnie, yo, Kuma's carrying Bonnie.
Yeah, one
They're
versus
equivalent?
100,000. Like Whitebeard.
Nah, bro.
I
Whitebeard was
think Kuma's
Whitebeard
the
was
only
carrying an
Buccaneer.
era.
Kuma's dad of the year.
The only? I don't know. I think that Blackbeard is.
I think hybrids.
They have similar hair, too.
I feel he's gonna be like a different
I think
race.
that Joy Boy is. I think that Joy Boy for sure
Oh,
is.
Yeah.
Thank
Joyboy's
you.
Buccaneer.
Yes.
So do I.
Yeah, I think Joy Boy is.
Thank
yes,
you.
but
Yeah,
Joy
yeah,
Boy was a
I don't know about
Buccaneer?
yeah, I think he's a Buccaneer because
He
the
was either
straw that we
Buccaneer or a
see.
Giant.
One of those, because we see the straw hat that's in like the frozen room that Emu went to. It's probably Joy Boy's straw hat, and I think because it's super large, I think that's good for a Buccaneer head. So I'm willing to bet here that. And plus, the Buccaneers, they even know the jingle. They know the jingle, man. They know that Nika has power of like rubber. It's like, or yeah, I'm like, bro, like they know way too much. So
I
I'm
think
willing to bet that he was a Buccaneer.
The main thing is this the last chapter, right, where Bonnie envisions Nika-like future, and she looks. That's her muscle mode. That's the one that looks like Kuma. That's the like the same thing Luffy went into as soon as he went into Gear 5. Like he pulled Kaido out the muscle mode, the Moku Moku, whatever. Or
How does
Luko.
the fruit know?
He got a will.
I don't.
They're
I
friends.
know.
It's like an
no,
Akashic record.
It's about to
It's
turn into
Bonnie.
like
It's Bonnie.
Naruto. It's gonna start talking to him inside or something.
It's
How-
mostly
I don't-
Bonnie just doing it.
Yeah, because I think that like I feel
It's
like it's kind of
probably-
like isn't it a bit much to where it's like, hey, there's some sort of like Bonnie verse, and then she dives into the Bonnie verse, and then she pulls out a Bonnie that's eating the Nika ability, and then she is attacking through this Bonnie. It's like doesn't it feel a bit much if that's the case?
I don't think
Honestly.
that's the
I agree.
case. I don't
It's
think
just her imagination.
It's her. I think it's her imagination.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it could be that, but I think it could also be the concept of like if you combine three things, you combine Bonnie's fruit, Vegapunk's explanation for devil fruits, where devil fruits are just the evolutions of humanity, the various branches, which implies that they're all possible for humanity. It all just branches from the same branch of humans. And then you combine Chopper, because Chopper is able to, with the generic human fruit, acquire all these different forms of humans to the point where, yeah, the muscle point, arm point is kind of just like Nika. There's also the giant form, all these things. And so we have three different plot points or three different sections of the story where Oda essentially says the exact same thing. There's one where Chopper, you have the human fruit, and Chopper can turn into all forms of human. You have Vegapunk who's saying devil fruits are just branches of humanity, and then you have Bonnie who's accessing and acquiring that and even applying it to people and making them turn into the different timelines. And we also see it in a fourth form through the SBS where Oda explains like the Straw Hats, good timeline, bad timeline. In a good timeline, Ace looks like Shanks. In a bad timeline, he looks like Roger just beat up. And it's just like an interesting thing where this one character can morph their age complete, or in their old age they can completely change direction based off their decision, because because it's all possible for humanity. And that's kind of what I see for that, for what like Oda's trying to say with Bonnie's fruit. I think that like Nika is something that's possible because it's a mythical human. And when we talk about like what gods are in the One Piece verse, they're just people who got like a bunch of people to believe in them, like Usopp, right? And you get to a mythical state and people believe in you. The only thing that's like
but what is that belief though? But what is that belief though? It's like that belief is what you envision that to be ultimately. Because it ties into like a crocodile. What Crocodile said a long time ago, that your power is going to be based on how creative you are. So how you envision your powers to be will ultimately dictate how powerful you are. If you give Law the same power as Luffy, it's going to turn out differently. The same thing with Luffy and Law's powers. The same thing, let's say, if you give someone like Zoro Kaine's ability. It's all going to play out differently in their heads as to how they should operate. And that's how it's going to manifest with the characters themselves. So it kind of feels like saying, well, Chopper is all these versions of humans, but how he envisions that to be in his mind. That's why he mutates in some odder ways, because that's how he pictures his horn point, or his hoof point, or his, like, I guess that mole form, whatever you want to call it, because that's how he pictures it to be, and then his powers kind of mold towards that. Like, look at Bonnie. Bonnie, she becomes Queen Dowager Connie because she sees Connie, and then she envisions an old woman to be like Connie. So she kind of takes that mold, because that's what she pictures in her mind. You see what I'm saying? It's all about imagination.
Luffy uses the animals, right? And he gets inspiration from some of the animals.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think it's just like, that goes back to like a devil fruit, like Sugar's devil fruit, where I think if a different person ate it, it would have
a different hobby,
different powers. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, like not towards something else. Yeah.
But I think also with Bonnie, something we got to factor in is that she's a kid. So her imagination somewhat could enhance her fruit, you know? Because like it's a bit stronger because she's younger. So I mean, the fruit seems broken, but I think it's just, this is technically where devil fruits have always been. Like, so I always look at Hawkins' devil fruit as well. He has a straw fruit, right? And through that, he's created voodoo dolls.
He's ass cheeks though. He could have been better.
Stop.
He was great in Act 1.
Wait, what do you mean stop?
He was great in Act 1.
Hawkins had Law on a swivel, bro. He was the real
for a split second, and then what?
For a
Drake
lot
walked
of
in the room. Drake walked in the room, and Hawkins was like on the floor.
Yeah, they had a tag team him, bro. They had to beat him down, bro. Come on.
Hawkins.
I got a super chat. Someone said, "What's the difference between sword skills and hockey?" And if there's a difference, what sword skills has Zoro learned to make him stronger?
Stop, Brago. You know, no one. You just want to light shit on fire.
103 Dragon Damnation.
Somebody did ask that. Trills asked that. Shout out to Trills.
Yeah. That's
Do you think so? Whenever Zoro uses a sword, I have a theory going on that maybe he doesn't use hockey.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know. I was trying to draw the line in the sand. Like, maybe it's not the same thing after all.
I think this is a question.
The world
for
froze for a second.
Yeah, you can't have one without the other.
My Twitch and then drop a dono, drop some bits.
Drop a super chat over there.
What are you doing? What's he doing?
He's asking the wrong guy.
Yeah. But no, listen. I've said before, and I have a video. No, I'll make it quick because I have a video coming out. That's like, my guy's working on it. He's like having a headache with it because it's like 45 minutes long. But basically, the idea is that it's always been the case here where hockey is something that you put on top of your swordsmanship to make it better. But not every swordsman does that, and they can still be strong, right? It's like someone like Law chooses to has his powers over swordsmanship. Other characters like S-Hawk don't even have hockey at all, as far as we know, and they're still able to push back Blackbeard. So it just comes down to, you need to have that foundational sword skill and technique to actually be effective first and foremost, and then you can apply hockey to that to become stronger. It's like people forget what happened in the pre-time skip, with like how, and you can go to Zoro's like list of attacks that he has in the Wikia page. He has so many different techniques and skills with his 3-sword style, 2-sword style, 1-sword style, no sword style, 9-sword style. It's like, bro, he has so many things that are going on, but people just ultimately say, well, fuck all those things, hockey.
Okay, but
it's like, no, that's not true.
Here's a question then, because this recent thing was kind of wild with the Seraphim S-Hawk, right? Like, the anime went wild with the Seraphims. If any of you guys saw, like, we got like 2 panels in the manga. They went insane in the anime. And in the anime, the one part that isn't technically not canon is that S-Hawk threw a slash at Blackbeard, and Blackbeard was undamaged. But in the anime, it was an insane slash, and Blackbeard just got up. But at the same time, S-Hawk slashed the mountain in half, slash the island in half. So my question is, if S-Hawk had Haki, would Blackbeard be damaged in that scenario? Is the difference between Blackbeard being damaged in that scenario just Haki?
It depends on how good his Haki is, right? It's like, if his Haki is okay, then maybe good damage, but depends on how good also teaches Haki is too. Like, if he can harness hand even harder,
I'm saying that
then,
exact scenario. We saw Blackbeard get slammed into the mountain, but he got up no damage from this attack that did all of that.
Because he blocked it. He blocked it through and through. Because the manga does a really bad job. It is what it is. Because Oda's paneling at times is bad, and that chapter was bad. Because I remember in that chapter, people thought that Blackbeard had teleported. He did the jump force teleport, where he floated up after S-Hawk attacked him, and then he teleported to a whole new location. That's what people thought he did. No. But now,
I thought that too, to be honest, I was like, yo, we got a hard time skip over here, you know. I was like, how do we go from S-Hawk to this?
It was bad in the manga. It was horrific, but
it wasn't as clear.
Yeah, but at least in the anime, they cleared up where he rides that air cut for like that whole for miles, and then goes into the mountain.
The anime showed him using Haki too.
Yeah, but so did the manga too. The manga is Haki.
Yeah, the manga is Haki too.
Yeah. And then also they clarified
that first slash he didn't like technically block with there was no Haki involved.
But you can remember Haki can be invisible.
I think it's to like normies though, to like people that are weak or people that don't have any skill.
Brago, you're saying like Blackbeard could have used like Rio defense field like the admirals, and we wouldn't know necessarily.
Or just armament. You can use armament without using Haki.
Okay.
Get rid of armament. Like remember how back in the day, Cracker used Haki against Luffy, who had hardening. But his shit was invisible because he had that fake body.
I believe
but Luffy was getting pushed back
as well against Caribou. I don't think he used hardening.
Yeah, so it's hard to tell whenever
you can. So that's the tough part where Oda can get away with.
Oda's not consistent though. Oda's consistent though. So it's like how many times we see in Egghead, Zoro has the green fire over his sword, but his swords aren't hardened. So folks, wait, hold on. So they're not Haki. It's like the whole ability. It's like. No, it's probably Haki, just that for some reason Oda's not drawing the black Haki over the swords for whatever reason. So it's very inconsistent with that stuff.
I like to imagine Oda like stays awake at night just thinking about how he's gonna deal with this whole situation. He's like, how do I distinguish sword skill and Haki? Like he kind of wrote himself into a hole here. Like there's no winning.
Cares as much, to be honest.
You don't think Oda cares?
I think he already has.
I don't think he does.
I don't think he cares about the distinction as much.
I was thinking the same thing.
I think what Oda enjoys is the conversation,
the discourse
around it, where that's why you have a line like, here's Mihawk, who has even greater sword skill than Red Hair.
Yeah, he's poking the beehive. He knows what he's doing when he says that, right? He knows what he's doing. And then the bounty thing, like, he thought about it.
But that makes the most sense though, because that's what's been always the case for the pre-time skip, and it's applied now. Because why did Mihawk teach Zoro Haki?
Because it enhances sword skill.
To protect his sword from getting nicks.
Yes, from getting damaged.
So
yeah,
that's the reason why he did that, to make sure that. I mean, that's what he literally.
Rest in peace, Yubashiri.
He literally says like, "Have your swords been damaged?" He's like, "Yeah, they have been. Even you broke my swords." And he's like, "Listen, if you use Haki over your swords, even I couldn't damage those weak ass blades."
Which is
and then he says like
that's crazy,
every nick. Like every nick or scratch on a sword is shameful, and then he says, "Okay, you will drink no alcohol, 0 alcohol until you get this mastered." Yeah. So then Zoro, after beats Pika,
he's saying no matter what level of your Haki, if you have Haki, your swords can't get broken.
I'm not sure if that's the case per se, because we know that.
But he said specifically was in the clash that he had with Zoro, if he blackened his blades, they would not have broken. And that's Mihawk basically saying in my opinion, it's like, yes, they can still be damaged, but at that clash, Mihawk wouldn't have broken it if they were blackened with Haki.
Right. So it's not to say that Mihawk couldn't break through those swords, even though they were Haki fused, that when he did that particular technique and that particular move at that point in time, if Zoro had any Haki on the swords, it wouldn't have broken. So I think Paul's right. Yeah.
I feel like
it depends what they go against too, though, right? Like, some Haki's gonna overpower other Haki. Like,
yeah. But and I think
it feels like a very minute thing that Mihawk cares about specifically. Like, I care about my swords getting nicks.
That's why Mihawk is a sword.
Because he has a black blade. I wouldn't want that to get nicked either.
Yeah. I mean, that wasn't exclusive.
Mihawk is a sword.
we can assume that's not the only reason, but right now that's what we all know. I mean, that's what he says. But let's say look at King the Wildfire. King doesn't give a fuck. He's like, whatever, dude. Like swords, like nah. Even Zoro says, oh, you never close to a swordsman. But King can apply haki to his sword and even duel Zoro. But according to even Zoro himself, King is not a swordsman. So how does that work? Like what?
We don't have.
Like where do you draw the distinction? Like he kicks you and then it's like, well, he's not a swordsman anymore. You know, he lost the title.
So that's why for me. Oh, go ahead.
They say once Shanks uses one roundhouse kick, it's over.
Nah. Stop. Listen, man.
Yeah, the minute Mihawk throws a punch, it's done. He loses the title.
That's why I think it's all predicated on sword skill. Because what techniques does King the Wildfire have with his sword? He has none. He has zero. He just kind of uses it. He makes the sword. He hardens the sword. And he just swings it around. And that's really it.
Is it even a sword? It's like a. I don't even know how to call it. It's like a cone.
Rated.
Yeah, it's a rated sword.
It's like an actual
big
sword
knife.
kind. I forgot what they're called. They're sword breakers, basically. You use
like a sword catch or something. Whatever, something like that. Yeah, like because the sword has a thing that goes in, and then he can catch Zoro's swords, and he can throw them away, right?
Yeah, and those are used to break like swords. They shattered swords, so those existed. Yeah. It's just not as common, and obviously knights didn't use them, for example.
But I want to see a bronze sword in one piece.
Like rate titles at this point.
Titles over feats.
Titles over feats?
No, I'm kidding.
All right, so hold on. Who do you got?
I mean, Yo-Yo is like the world's strongest fisherman, so I mean, you know.
World's strongest creature, world's strongest man.
I'd say man over creature, man. You know.
Yeah, but
creature, I didn't realize like Zoan user.
I'm rooting for humanity, dude.
So, okay, shots to the human beings. Kaido can,
the superior race.
Oh man, there's a line. There's a fucking. It's a light novel.
I think it doesn't matter to be like, but a toss up.
So here's the thing, right? I know in the Ace light novel they say that Kaido is the strongest one in the one-on-one fight, but the reason why Whitebeard is the world's strongest man is because he lived his life as the greatest pirate, and he controls like the most territory.
It was a bullshit explanation.
Some of that.
Make any sense.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just saying, it's the Viz translation, bro. Like, what do you mean?
The Viz translation. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Don't let them know it's pre-time skip too. Don't let them know it's pre-time skip translation.
Wait, was it really pre-time skip Viz?
Nah, it was.
I don't know, bro.
Nah, it's not just came out.
That's all I know. Yeah.
But no, I mean,
you guys want to do more super chats, or did you want to do another thing?
Go ahead, we just chilling.
We could just chill. I'm down for whatever.
I got a super chat. D Prophecy said, "Didn't Zoro break Pika's sword while he was clad in hockey?"
Did he have a sword? I remember his body. No, I remember he had his hockey. His body was hockey with hard and
He definitely had a blade.
Yeah, but there's no way that Zoro, like that entire moment, him flying through the sky, was him like, I spent these 2 years blackening my blades. You know how crazy it would be if he met with Pika and Pika just was like, you mean this? You mean the black blade? He can blacken his body.
I don't think Pika trained with Mihawk.
I don't think he blackened his blade. I don't think Pika did. Because that would be crazy if Zoro was just like... if he just had the black blade too.
And like Zoro was hella happy too. Like when Zoro finally mastered it, he was like, "Good, no nicks, no scratches, nothing. I'm clean right now."
Yeah.
And then
Corey Zhang said Blackbeard is getting one shot if Shanks did S-Hawk's attack.
Blackbeard's getting one shot if
that's ridiculous.
If Shanks
Blackbeard
if Shanks did S-Hawk's attack. No. That haircut by itself, no. It's just an haircut.
I mean, but like, okay, are you saying the exact same attack? Because that's weird. Is it the
that's
same?
What he's saying. Yeah,
the exact same attack. We're just switching out the person wielding the sword. Because then, then we see the result. The result is
it wouldn't be a Kamusari. It would just be green blast.
Yeah.
Like one thing I will say too is that like
even if he used Kamusari, he'd be okay.
One thing I will say too is that
I think but Blackbeard takes double damage too, though.
But he blocked that though, without any damage. He was like, He's big. That's it.
That's just
but
'cause
the
Blackbeard's
even with
girthy.
the double damage, he just always gets right back up, like nothing happened.
Yeah, he's like
Only
Luffy,
time he
dude.
didn't was like when Magellan put him down. You know?
Like Whitebeard slashed like his
bro.
vital organs. Whitebeard straight chopped through his heart, and Blackbeard's like,
Bring back Magellan, Oda.
get him,
That's
guys."
double damage too. He slashed him twice right there.
I can see Magellan, Oda bring back Magellan as a CP agent, but like he has to always take breaks, so he's a terrible agent.
Oh, he's a terrible.
Hey, it
agent.
happens to the best of us.
He puts on his mask to take a poop. That's the only time he puts on the mask. Is the diarrhea. Oh God. Oh,
They say,
I'm excited for
Illmatic
Hannibal.
13 says, I think Bonnie could switch to a future where she's pregnant with Luffy's child and actually give birth that way.
I've heard it, dude. I've heard a couple of those
Please
theories,
don't.
man.
you could
It's
go
kinda
down
crazy.
the
I
rabbit
guess.
holes with Bonnie.
I guess
You
so.
know, like
Maybe we
it's-
shouldn't be
it's
going down
theoretically
holes with Bonnie. You know,
possible.
there's an
Yeah, bro.
age problem.
Yeah,
there.
bro. Yeah, bro.
That would
Yeah.
actually make a good YouTube video. Like I could see
God.
that as like a thumbnail, like her with like the baby
Pregnant
and
with
Luffy
Luffy.
like around her.
You'd have to put like 18. Like you'd have to put an age there just in case, though. You know.
Where like that's the actual.
She's 18.
She actually got pregnant with the Luffy that destroyed Fishman Island. That's not the Luffy that we know. This Luffy from another verse. I don't know.
Jesus.
What? With
So
Tony
he's not
Jones?
catching a case.
Hmm.
Dangerous waters, man.
Yeah.
Dangerous waters.
I don't know
Very
about this
thin line.
one.
Yeah.
I don't know about this theory exactly.
Yeah, I feel
Bonnie
like-
giving birth wasn't exactly on the bingo card.
Yeah, I'm feeling like Jack after Zoe right now. I'll be chilling at the bottom of the ocean.
Title have to be like Bonnie, legal age, gives birth to Luffy's kid.
We're just
Come on, bro.
suggesting things,
Yeah,
Chatter.
Bonnie
Go-
6 years later. Yeah.
Yeah, something, bro.
Go with
Just-
what your heart desires, Chatter. This you got this. I
legal
believe-
Bonnie,
I
bro.
mean, Oda is the one that's drawing her out sexually. So
You do
we're
the
just
theory, and I'll
playing the
I'll
game
just
he
steal it
made.
later.
Yeah, but I don't know. The problem is that like because she's changing her age, people are like, "Yo, like it's fine." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know if it's fine anymore."
No,
Like, I don't-
it's messed up for sure.
Maybe the
Yeah,
moral
it's
of the
a very
story-
slippery slope with Bonnie. 'cause
Yeah.
super slippery, bro.
The
It-
moral-
It's like meeting a girl at the bar who got in with a fake ID.
Super.
But is
bro.
it like it's not a fake ID because she's really that age, you know?
But maybe the moral of the
Yeah,
story is we shouldn't sexualize it. Period. Because
Wait,
if we
Oda
never
had her
did,
ass in the
yeah,
the
but
camera.
maybe
I'm about to
it's
say it for real, bro.
human butt cheeks, right? Like Brago, if your
And-
butt was on there, you know.
In fact, we're not done
we
yet
should
either.
react
Like
the
Oda's
same
gonna do
way.
more of this stuff.
We
Like,
should
Depends
Oda's
on
react
the
not
the
done
tits
same.
I
yet.
have.
If it was
Listen,
Luffy's butt, if it was Sanji's butt, maybe we should react the same way. Maybe that's what Oda's trying to say. Like, oh, you
that's
guys
just
are
gay,
weird
though.
because it's all. Hey, I'm just. I don't shoot the messenger.
Oda
okay?
has an entire race of people that roll that way. They're called Okama. Okay, so unless they're Okama, they're not gonna be pulling up with that
My
energy.
thing is like Oda shouldn't have been playing with that, but then it's also like manga magic. So if Oda comes out and is like, well, when Bonnie's 24, she's 24. It's like,
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, but like she's lived 10 years.
Yeah.
It's like the world's strongest swordsman thing, right? Is this an age thing? Is it a hockey skill, sword skill?
Because
Like,
the question we always asked
what do we
the
do with
question
the age
before,
here?
right?
How
Because-
are you doing that, bro? How
Let me ask y'all this question, right? Let me ask y'all
it's
this
the
question.
discourse.
This is
Like,
you, Brago, not a super chat.
who is Momo more compatible
Oh.
with?
Oh,
No,
See, Momo is like more.
I'm changing the question.
Yeah,
We're changing the
that's not
question.
as horrible.
We're changing the question. Because this is a weird thing that someone brought up was like Bonnie's power. It seems like it can't. It like the full function of it doesn't work in the sense of like Vegapunk when he got turned to a baby, he still had like the bottomized head. So like, but naturally you think with her power, you would be able to turn Vegapunk to an actual baby. So like, is Bonnie's power is like it can only do so much. It takes like what your current timeline is, or it changes your actual like. Because there's also the weird thing where some of the Marines when they're turned to baby, they're goo goo gaga, but then also when they're turned older, they act like old people. But then with Vegapunk, it's like when he was a baby, he still was like really
Did
smart.
they Goo Goo Gaga? I remember them
they
screaming.
were
like,
crying.
huh?
Yeah, no, they were crying.
No, no,
for sure.
I cried too.
I
Yeah,
remember
too.
the Goo Goo Gagas. Wasn't there Goo Goo Gagas?
Probably.
Yeah,
And then the old
maybe
man was
you're
saying,
reading
"Oh my god, my
translation.
bad."
Goo
You
Goo
know,
Gaga was
yeah.
there.
Maybe that's
Okay,
pre-time
look,
skip
okay,
his.
Par, it's easy. I'm gonna give you that old school SpongeBob imagination. All right,
Okay.
That's all it is. All right, people had. I mean, there was one theory that someone had where if Bonnie goes to her awakening ability, where she awakens her powers, she can take, let's say, a location and then rewind or fast forward time in that one particular spot, and then things would
Jack
speed
Sate.
up So yeah, right. So it's like she could manifest like a future sort of city because she sped up time in that one island, or she can go back prehistoric time. So the theory was that Little Garden is the result of the awakening time of Bonnie's waking Duffer user, because someone in the past went back to that same location and they rewounded time to the point where dinosaurs used to be there.
That would be more Toki than Bonnie.
I think it was Ice Age.
That's cool.
Oh, that would be more Toki.
It's cool, but there's
I think Bonnie could do
that's
it.
a bit much.
I think Bonnie
That's
can
a
do it.
bit
She
much.
aged up the lever.
And that's why it is cool.
She aged up the lever into like grease, right? Like, so she could do that to metal to the point where it just melts. Then technically,
Because I think with Toki,
objects,
right? Toki can go to different ages, literally.
But only forward
Right.
though, right? Not back.
Only forward, but what if you can
Maybe that's her
transport an
imagination.
age as well?
Domain time bubble sphere. Yeah,
what?
she's
Yeah.
a JJK character now.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, bro, like, there's literally nothing crazy in One Piece.
Yeah.
Nothing's off the board.
Yeah,
you
that's what
know,
I'm trying to
maybe the Bonnie
say.
theory's coming true.
That's what I
Who
was saying.
knows?
Mihawk is a sword.
I think that's the beauty of it.
Other crazy
I think
stuff.
that's crazy.
All we need is space.
Wait,
That's it.
why
bro.
is that
Just please.
crazy? Brago, hold on. That's not crazy. We literally have Bonnie had a disease where her skin was turning her into sapphire. She was turning into a gem, and you're telling me someone can't be a sword? Come on.
Yeah, she had rich AIDS, but like you think Mihawk is like a
Rich AIDS.
I
High
think
class.
Mihawk is like just a blade.
Yeah, like I'm on board with a lot of crazy stuff, but him being a sword,
You
I'm
guys
more
are
on board
Yeah.
with him being.
I'm not gonna
This man
lie. When I
is the
close my
blade.
doors, I make fun of Par for
This
that
man
one.
is the blade.
you guys were literally like, why would he teach
Like,
Zoro to
my wife
protect
comes
the
home and I'm
blades?
just like, hey, babe, you won't believe what Par said today.
Yeah,
Come
right.
on, guys. Come on. Yeah,
Hey,
like
listen to Par's new theory, babe.
Mihawk's a sword,
immortal,
sweetie.
though.
how is in the last like 5 seconds somehow Brago saying rich AIDS isn't the craziest thing that said. Me saying Mihawk is rich AIDS is
Yeah, bro.
fucking wild.
Because it is Rich AIDS, technically.
Probably rich
I mean.
AIDS though.
Technically,
Yeah, it's not wrong.
fuck those sapphires off her skin and then sell them, bro. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a.
Damn,
I'd invest.
Cole's
I'd
just
invest.
like, what's wrong with the disease? Well, I mean, if it were me, I'd sell my body.
The only problem is who gave it to her. That's it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, who's
Oh,
Bonnie's
Saturn.
father? Do you?
Oh
yeah,
my
do you think
God.
it's Saturn? Do you think it's a holy
Okay,
night or just a
it's
random?
not-
Well,
actually
the
AIDS.
mythology.
Or do you
says
think it's all
Saturn.
19 families combined together?
Damn, bro.
Oh, I pass around.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know what the Holy Land's like up there. You know.
Like
you
they
know, the
just
Holy
have
Land gets
orgies
kinda
on the
crazy.
13th.
I mean, if it's like supposed to be the United Kingdom or the monarchy in
That is
England,
how it worked.
then I suppose it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little pass around.
Oda's been drawing that Habsburg chin. That's a European genetic mutation from incest. So, and like there's several characters with that to the point where like Whitebeard could be said to have it. Like his could be that, but now we have the Buccaneers. But at the same
gotta pay
time, the
attention to the chin.
Buccaneers, maybe they were keeping it in house. Who knows? You know?
Yeah, they
didn't-
want purebloods.
Yeah, maybe they were the issue. I mean, we do think that, right? To a certain extent, like the ancient kingdom was probably a problem, and that's why the world government was probably like right at the time. But then 800 years down the line, now they're evil, right? But like maybe the Buccaneers weren't good people, right? Right? That's an idea.
I mean, Buccaneers. I mean, they committed crimes like 800 years ago. Like, come on.
But like
Yeah,
the crime
whenever
was like,
we hear
hey, like
crime,
we,
it's like,
like,
Hey,
the crime
what
was
if
like
what if they did commit actual crimes though? You never know. You never know.
Jaywalking.
robbing.
actual, yeah, right, right,
Jaywalking,
right.
yeah,
Marijuana
they drop some
possession,
trash on the street.
some low
right?
tier shit. Yeah, right.
I'm sure they were like waiting for them to do one thing.
What
It's
is-
like, all right,
what
well,
does jaywalking
now you can be
mean
a
in
slave.
One Piece? Like,
Yeah,
Hey,
they-
yo,
they-
you littered. Oh, that's a crime. Hey,
Bro,
yo,
slavery
genocide.
for
That's
life.
a crime. They're equal, definitely, bro.
I'm gonna
Definitely.
plant some illicit drugs on them or something.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, you did the crime over here. Come on.
is that
the
what the
Buccaneers
kids are
outta
calling
here.
devil fruits? Disgusting.
Yeah, you never know, man.
Derek Turner had a super chat say, "What if Kizaru had his fedora to? He gave his fedora to Bogart and said, "Bring it back to me when you're relevant again."
Bro, let's go.
We'll never see that
Who
scene.
is this chatter?
Let's go.
Bring that chatter to my
Derek
side.
Turner.
Nah, he's on point, bro. Bogard, I just cannot believe that this motherfucker went through that and Bogard sat there on his ass
It was
on the
the
shit.
eating a
lesson.
bunch
We're
of
not
fucking
going
ramen.
through it.
He was
Trash.
winding up the sword. He was ready
Trash.
with the simple domain.
It was the
Somebody needed to walk in
lesson.
there
Oh my
first.
God. Oh my.
The sword is like Enma.
Yo,
yeah,
what if
you got to walk on Bogard. You know, he can't walk on you.
the only way to redeem is if Bogard is actually one of the God Knights, and his task was just to watch over God, make sure he wasn't doing anything crazy.
maybe Oda just
that
forgot
was
about him.
Garp's
Yeah.
lesson was to just leave
I think that's
the
like
old
a
man.
logical thing. Oda forgot about Bogart.
No.
Oda forgot about him, and then he became a meme, and now Oda's just rolling with
And
the
I
joke.
single-
Did Oda
Man,
forget
listen.
something? He forgot something recent. Oh, he forgot about
He forgot
I
about
didn't show
Brooks'
you guys
attack,
Bonnie's
right?
fruit. I didn't tell you the name of it already. Oh,
He-
okay.
He did the same thing with Kids Fruit. He forgot,
Oh, I
he
didn't tell
never
you the
told
name.
us
His
the
backstory. Oh,
He's like, oh, I didn't tell you what Kid went through. Let's just throw it in the.
Yeah, it's just SBS.
Yeah,
I can't wait till Bogart shows
Oda-
up in the SBS.
Oda always does that in the SBS though. He always goes like, "Oh, you guys care about this? Oh, I guess here's the answer." And then like he'll always
Yeah.
do something like that. So I
Here's-
would take that.
Wait.
here's Zoro's whole lineage, by the way. Sure.
So-
take it.
so-
Here's his
right here-
dad.
No, but
Do
that
you
one
guys
I
actually
is
think
fair.
Bogard will do something then? Like do you
That's
guys
fair, you think?
that Bogard will do something impactful in the story?
Yeah,
No.
he was there.
No.
I think in the
at
cover story.
Hachinosu.
He was
Yeah,
there at
covers.
God
Was he?
Valley.
We see guys in
He's at
fedoras
God
was at
Valley.
Bogart.
He's
He
at
was at
God
It had to
Valley.
be him.
He's
Bro,
he's
saying, like-
right in the
No, it's-
same way Rayleigh's with Roger. Bogart
He's
is
right
with
there.
Garp. He at
Wait,
God
wait,
Valley.
right now, there's not enough time for Bogart. Right now, we have to focus on other Marines like Sengoku, Sudo.
Smoker?
Where's Smoker? Where's
You know,
Smoker, bro?
Smoker
What's
could be
going on there?
Listen,
I'd
I
rather
feel
have
like
Smoker than
Sengoku
Bogart.
It's like,
and
where's
No,
Waldo?
I'm trading
Like, he's on the milk
trading
con right
Smoker
now.
for
Where is Smoker, bro? Hello? It's been
Bogart's
like,
way cooler.
how many years since he's Smoker?
He's training, bro. We
saw
always want these
Tashigi
characters to
Yeah.
train.
In the hyperbolic
You
time
want these
chamber?
characters
Like,
to
what's going
train?
on?
Yes.
Where's he
Nah,
training,
is.
dude?
Huh?
Nah,
On the
bro.
moon. He's with that now.
On the mood, yeah.
Hey, you know what? If he's on the moon,
You know,
bet. Hold on. You cooking. You
I'm
cooking
gonna say
something weird.
next
I'm
year,
ready. I'm ready.
It's gonna be Smoker versus Crocodile.
Yo, once Smoker comes back
I'm
with
back.
Advanced
It's
Conquerors,
gonna
I don't want to
happen.
hear
It's gonna
anything.
happen.
The salt.
They're gonna
I
have-
think
they're gonna have the
happened in
rematch.
Stampede.
Listen, if Oda brings back Smoker, because I'm assuming he's still a character, how
I like
strong
he
does
said
he have
assuming.
to? How strong does he have to be?
Smoker's
He's gonna be-
cracked.
He's gonna be like Knight Admiral to Admiral level, bro. He's gonna be probably
like-
strong.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
he'll
900
be King
million.
of Wildfire in a fight.
no, he's gonna be like Boa level, right? Because in Stampede he had Smoker and Boa clashing,
Yeah.
right? So like that's how I kind of look at it. Like
What's
Oa,
Boa level?
I don't know what.
I mean,
Boa
she got
level is,
she got
honestly.
one
Let's
tap
be
by Blackbeard,
honest.
low key. I mean, you know, I don't know.
What is she? She's
Boa
north of
level is
a
interesting.
billion, right?
She's I think 1.6, so she's higher than King of
1.6.
Wildfire. Yeah.
Yeah,
Higher than
Boa's
King, higher than
strong.
Marco, higher than all those
I
guys. Yeah.
I
I
feel like
just-
by the time we see Smoker, he's gonna be awakened. I think we'll see a Logia awakening
You're
in the
just gonna
story
see, like,
soon from one of the
black
admirals.
smoke and it starts
He's gonna be the
raining?
second or third.
It'd be fire as hell.
Maybe.
Yo, how cool would it be? Is like
Everyone
it's
just
like
gets
Beano.
lung cancer
It'd be so
from his
cool.
awakening.
Let's say it was a floating
Yeah.
cloud. Let's say it was a floating cloud above, like let's say some location, and then the cloud itself is Smoker. How nuts would that be, bro? Like Smoker
It'd be like
was the
Zeus.
cloud.
Zeus just rolling
that'd
up.
be fire. That'd be
just-
kind of
yeah,
fire.
yeah,
I'd be
yeah,
like,
but, like,
but
the
it's
thing
not
is-
intimidating.
disguise.
Who gets scared by a
because
cloud though?
you can still grab him, Cole.
Like
You
it's
can
like
still
the
grab him.
Teletubbies up there, right? Like
He's
he's
the
just
cloud,
smiling
and he
down.
can do. Wait, nah, stop, dude. He can do shit, dude. He can do
He
shit.
can rain.
Yo, no,
Well,
but the thing is,
what
Rain
did he do
down
against
smoke
Zergo,
hockey
right? Like,
fish.
he's
Yeah.
smoke,
What
he's
you
not
mean?
I don't know, man.
No. I think what
You guys are
Smoker
crazy.
does for Awakening is you make black smoke where people can't breathe in, and you have to
yeah,
black
Oh.
but
smoke.
then that's just
Yeah.
Karasu, is it not? Like Karasu is like the
But
elevation
yeah, but like devil
of
fruits
Smoker.
usually step on each other's
Well,
Yeah,
territory.
but I'm
Like we
saying
have
like
Toki,
Smoker should be able
Bonnie,
to cover like a
all
wide
them.
range where like breathing and even seeing is difficult.
Like in Sai's world where Smoker gets awakened, he just gives everyone lung cancer. Like I don't know what
Yeah,
his
right.
awakening.
I mean, yeah,
Just
that could
gives-
happen,
just
right?
gives it
Like,
to them.
maybe Smoker goes in, he just goes down everybody's throat
I've
and
caught
just
the
chokes
bomber.
them.
That's what he does.
Yeah, I
on their
mean,
chest?
you guys are all about it's imagination. I imagine if Smoker wanted to, he
No, but
could.
what would,
He just
what would
injects
Smoker
tar to
imagine?
their lungs. That's what we're talking about.
give them
Yeah.
cancer.
Like it's
Cancer
Constantine or
time.
something. He's just putting tar into. Okay, bet.
You never know. You never know.
Listen,
it's possible,
Cole,
I
you
guess.
said the most menacing thing you could think of was Smoker rolls up
Bro.
as a cloud. Like,
Clouds in One Piece matter, bro. What are
I
you
like
talking
the
about?
Teletubby cloud.
but
You
just
need
said-
conqueror's hockey
be
to
like
disperse
Dopey's
the
best
clouds,
friend.
bro. What are you talking about?
Flamingo would like tear him apart.
No Flamingo couldn't do shit to him. He'd be like,
No.
"Oh, he's a fucking cloud."
No,
He'd be
no.
like, bro, it's crazy.
No, Flamingo was swinging on cloud.
Yeah,
Not anymore. Not anymore, bro.
Spider-Man.
Not anymore.
Yo,
Not
you know
anymore.
what? He's gonna turn Smoker into like a pet that he carries with him. Here, there's no clouds in the sky. I need you to
Yeah,
travel.
just
Bro.
carry Smoker around. Yeah.
Cole's
Flamingo gets this
headcanon-
Unless he gets the prison buff, where he's coming out yoked out, looking like he's Kuma.
Cole's
Smoker's
headcanon
Dofi?
is Luffy and
Dofi.
Shanks clash with their Conqueror's Haki, and it's supposed to split the sky, but the sky doesn't split, and then Smoker looks down.
Smoker.
As soon as Dofi steps 1 foot out of jail, he's in the top 25.
The fuck?
Brago, after your list yesterday.
I can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You can't underestimate the prison body.
Oh, that's crazy.
The prison body's gonna go hard. Like, dude, I'm expecting Gecko Moria to be freaking crazy.
Listen, man.
For being locked up with Blackbeard, right?
Listen,
like,
bro, I'm never gonna
Moria
forget
gotta
this
come back.
because
He's the locked up thing?
No, he's gone. No, Moria's gone.
I think he's
Yeah, Moria's
Moria,
gone, but
he's
that's what I'm
in
saying.
prison
Like,
probably. He's still
there's
there.
a reason we didn't see Moria break out of prison, right? Like, there's a reason why we didn't see him leave the island. He's gonna be
'Cause he's
prime
still there.
Moria. He's not there. No, Perona wouldn't just leave him.
He's Uncle
He's
Iroh.
still there too.
He's Uncle Iroh Moria.
No.
Are
I
they
think
gonna leave? They're still there.
Perona and Moria, they sneak out, bro. They snuck out of what? Thriller Bark?
But what's
No,
the point?
no.
It's so redundant having them in the first place. To have her be captured too, and then once she's captured, now you have me all pissed off. Okay, well, where's my girl at, bro?
Well, when she
Niggas
gets
getting-
captured,
Yes.
she goes to save Moria, but then she has a place that Moria can return to,
Which is the shit.
Yeah, where would they even go?
which is
I guess
Cross Guild.
Cross Guild, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I suppose so.
With
Yeah.
Dofi.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she
Yeah,
has ties
add
to
all the
Dofi.
warlords to Cross Guild.
All the warlords are kind of
Yeah,
reunited.
I mean maybe,
And
but
Cross
Dofi has a lot to
Guild's gonna be
prove.
the new Rock
He
Pirates.
has a lot to prove, bro. He has a lot.
and
to
then
prove.
we'll
does
have
he have
like
to
Cross
prove?
Guild versus the Holy Knights. I don't know.
Because Dofi gets like shitted on by Kaido. Like he gets literally like, yo, listen,
Not post prison.
No, people, you know the
99% of the
quote.
verse gets shitted on by Kaido.
No. That's what I mean. You know the quote where he calls Jack strong, but he calls Dofi weak.
Okay, but Jack
So
got
if
folded
Kaido
by
was
Link.
saying that, that means that Dofi ain't that guy compared to Jack the Drought.
That's like the logic when people say, well, Big Mom sent Cracker for Luffy.
Oh,
He lost.
how? Oh, Brago, please.
He lost.
How did Cracker lose? Come on.
The
By
right.
getting
got
hit one
double
time.
The same
Double
way
team with
Crocodile.
Nami.
Yeah, but
That
that's like
one
over the
time.
span of
Biscuits
24
wet.
hours too.
Yeah,
though.
you're
Double
right.
team by
Come
Nami is
on,
a
bro.
dream.
What are you talking
Got hit one
about?
time.
They had to grind.
Cracker had
Here's the
Luffy's
thing.
number.
Here's the thing. Luffy called like Brook strong, right? I think for a lot of these people, they're gonna have bias with their crew. Of course, he thinks Jack is strong. Of course,
But
Big Mom thinks
Cracker had
Cracker's
Luffy's
strong.
number, though. But Cracker did have Luffy's number, even though he beat Doflamingo.
To be fair, Jack has no feats though.
Wait, Doflamingo had Luffy's number and Law's number.
Not because again, like in
Gats
Gear
didn't
4,
happen.
stamina wise, yeah, but in Gear 4, Dofi
Okay.
was getting rocked, bro. Dofi couldn't do
Bro,
shit.
he got rocked initially, then Doofy ran
Kraken
out
was
of it.
flat out beating Gear 4.
No, I get that, but Doflamingo used a different strategy to beat Gear 4, and he did.
You mean just
The
survive?
Awakening?
Yeah,
Wait, what?
He
That's a
like
strat, no?
Doflamingo did what King should have done to Zoro. He was like, yo,
essentially,
there's a time limit.
Doflamingo initially was like, okay, you are using hockey pretty poorly, so that can't last a long time. Let me just
Okay.
evade.
Wait, but hold on. You know, he just survives the onslaught that is Luffy for like about a good 30 minutes. He just lives. And afterwards, yeah, you have the whole thing with Gats company, but make no
Wait, wait,
mistake, like Dofi was getting his ass
doesn't just
absolutely locked, bro.
lives.
Like he was getting
No,
Tom Shaw and back
Cole.
shots by Luffy.
He
bro.
doesn't just
That's how
lives.
bad it was. What
This
are you
is-
talking about, man?
Wait,
There's
are
no
we just
way.
forgetting Gamma Knife and Red Hawk? We
Wait,
didn't know that?
I'm not forgetting that, but what I'm saying is that when he's in Gear 5, Luffy has Dofi's number in by orders of magnitude. What did Oda say? Oda, and it made me so mad, and I hate to admit it, but
Luffy
Oda
has
said
everybody's
something.
number in Gear 5.
No, I'm sorry. In Gear 4, Bound Man,
No,
the first Bound Man, fucked
Tankman?
Dofi up.
Oh,
No,
oh,
it
done.
did, but Bound Man does have a weakness that Dofi exploited.
Stamina, yes,
Right.
yes. But what I'm saying is that Cracker handled Gear 4 flat out.
Cracker handled it in his own way, but then also Cracker with one shot, he was out.
Cracker would have won if
But
Nami
after
wasn't
Nami
there, though.
comes in, and helps out Luffy.
You don't think?
Yeah,
that
that's like a
Luffy just-
2v1 though.
if
That's a
Luffy-
2v1.
If Luffy found out
Wait,
it was just
Doflamingo
food,
was a
he would just eat
2v1.
it, right?
With who?
Law.
But
No,
Law was fighting
what?
Treble though.
Oh, yeah.
Law was fighting. Law was struggling against
Hold up.
Treble. He couldn't really do much.
Maybe I'm wrong here, maybe I'm capping, but didn't Oda say that even though Dofi took the Gamma Knife, because Luffy got beat down by Bellamy for like 5 or 10 minutes, that was like an equivalent. Remember that Luffy got beat up, like
I
beat
remember
down by
Oda
Bellamy.
talked about Luffy could still run. He just chose not to.
Yeah, like I remember there was some
I don't
things like that.
remember
Maybe I'm
this.
capping. I'm
That's
not
what he
too
came
sure,
out and
but-
said.
Can
about
I get a
that
third
Luffy,
party? After seeing how Cole verifies sources when we were in New York City, I need a third party.
Let's
No, he said
go.
that Luffy could still, because Gats like ran with Luffy, right? He said, well,
Yeah, of course.
Luffy
Yeah, I
could
know.
still
Yeah, I know.
run. He was just out of hockey at the time.
Yeah, I'm not
okay.
saying that.
just wanna
I'm
take a
not
nap.
saying that Dofi, because Dofi I think should have won that fight on paper because Dofi had the stamina to live through Gear 4's first assault, but Cracker had Luffy beat just flat out. He had him beat flat out, and ideally he's stronger than the version too because they always get stronger from island down island. So,
Hold on, here's a question: does Smoker beat any of them? Now,
now he
No.
should. Now he should. Yeah.
he should.
Hey, post time skip,
If Smoker wants to be relevant, he can't
He
look
needs
at
to.
someone like Virgo and be shook when he goes full
Not
body.
Virgo. No,
I
That's
guess
not
the whole
possible.
point with Doflamingo is
Cracker.
that
Doflamingo Cracker.
the whole part with Dofi is that the thing that holds Dofi back right now is basically attack power and potency. He doesn't have anything that
And
can really.
speed.
By the way, this is Brago's homework from last
What?
night. He spent
Speed?
like an hour and a half
Speed.
scaling
How is speed
Doflamingo.
a problem?
He was getting tagged, bro.
Well,
that first,
He
like, what was it?
able
Like
to- you just said he
that
was able to
first
outlast
Rhino.
Gear 4
Yeah, because he survived. He was able to survive Gear
for
4,
30
right?
minutes, and speed is a problem against Gear 4.
Yeah. If Gear 4 Bound Man, not Snake Man, if Bound Man could get you tripped up like that in terms of speed, you have some work to do.
Yeah, but I'm saying if he can figure out Bound Man, if he comes back stronger, he'll be faster as well and figure out Snake Man.
But how much stronger will become? That's a question. And I don't know if he's gonna become
And
strong
also
enough
with
to
Black
actually
Mamba,
be-
I don't know how that works with Dofi's string.
Yeah, the Kobe
Bro,
buff.
Black Mamba is going to fuck Dofi up, bro.
I think
Yeah,
you're
that's going to fuck him
underestimating Dofi a lot.
Luffy did his Rhino, like his drop kick, that Rhino attack,
but
and
Cole-
Dofi was like, "What the fuck just happened to me, bro?"
No, but Cole,
Like,
that's what I'm
even, like,
saying.
the first
This is this is one of the few moments in One Piece where like Oda used a different strat to get a dub. But Doflamingo just outlasted Luffy because he realized he was using hockey inefficiently.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he gets the points in terms of he has the endurance to outlast.
Strats.
I don't
He's a
know
great
about strategy, but like he just survived Gear 4 Bound Man the first run through, so he's able to endure that. I don't know if he
After
actually
Gamma
planned to
Knife,
survive
after
that.
Red Hawk.
Again, because Luffy has the whole thing with Bellamy and he gets beat up by like.
Bellamy is
Oh,
not
yeah,
doing
well-
anything to Luffy.
But I
There's
also feel like-
No, because
like-
all
I
I
don't
think
want to
you
hear that.
The other
I
thing
think
that
Oda said
Oda,
something
I
like
don't
that
wanna
fact, right?
the other
I don't
thing
wanna hear
Oda is
that.
gonna
I
do
forget.
because Luffy was
is-
also using hockey to block Bellamy's attacks. No way.
No, like no. Bellamy just wails on him for like significant. Like Luffy's coughing up all this blood. He wails for like,
Luffy
like I
was
feel
using
like
hockey.
20 minutes, 30 minutes. As Law fights against
my
against both
gosh.
Trable and Dolphin.
You
I'm
think
just
Bellamy
saying.
can hurt Luffy?
No. I'm telling you, I don't agree with either.
So
Wait,
Katakuri beat Luffy for 11 hours, couldn't put him
Wait,
down.
stop,
but
stop.
Bellamy, we gotta watch out for, guys.
Katakuri, stop.
Bellamy is kind of scary.
No, stop. Different circumstances.
Bring
Different
Hopper.
circumstances, bro. I agree that on paper, Dofi took way more damage than Luffy. But I think, as far as I remember, Oda did kind of clarify that because he was getting beat down, he took also like there was like an equivalent damage there. Could be wrong about that. I'm just not too sure. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm
There's a
saying.
few things too with like some people brought up like Doflamingo had like in a lot of ways like a pre-Kaido setup, right? He was running Birdcage, whereas Kaido's doing Flame Clouds. And I feel like when we scale up to the current time, I think it'll just be besides like outliers like King, I think captains will end up being like put on a pedestal above like anybody who's a subordinate. So like Doflamingo's gonna
I think
Doflamingo's
Dofi
gonna
as a subordinate.
No,
Because
I'm
Oda
saying
himself,
Dofi's gonna get the captain buff. Like he's gonna be
okay.
like up there because that's what he was. He was a captain of like his crew. He led his own thing. Oda specifically separated Doflamingo out from everyone else.
in the same novel that Cole is referencing with Ace, Oda somewhat implies that warlords are as important as Yonko.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, in some sense,
They're
yeah.
in the
they have
world,
to
yeah.
be. Because
Right.
they help maintain that balance.
and I think
Which-
it's weird because we the part that kind of got
Is
us
they used
into
to.
this spiral is that like Smoker is during Marineford, Oda had Smoker clashing with the warlords, and so it's a weird world,
Yeah.
but like I feel like that's the way Oda scales when he can't give time to it. So anytime you see a character clashing with another character and it's off screen or whatever, and we're just like left with like they clashed and they're both fine afterwards, they're relative to each other. So Smoker Warlord level, which is absurd. I'm saying that and it's absurd.
Wait, Crocodile clashed with Mihawk. I don't know.
And listen, like, as far as what we're supposed to hold at that point, like, Oda was trying to put, like, yes, Mihawk did that, but Mihawk did a bunch of other things as well, right? Mihawk threw a blade at Jozu, Whitebeard, all these other things. Like you said, Smoker or Crocodile and Mihawk clashed, yes, but Oda also went the extra mile of putting extra dialogue for Mihawk. Mihawk also ran Buggy. I mean, I'm not saying it's all these things, but the extra emphasis tells you Mihawk is a cut above everyone because he gave him Luffy time, he gave him Buggy time, he gave him a dialogue after Shanks, he gave him dialogue with like after Kainu and Sengoku. Like, that's how Oda put Mihawk a cut above the rest.
I mean,
but
Crocodile kind of had a lot of dialogue and moments as well in Marineford.
And that's why I think, yeah, like when you guys said Crocodile takes on Saturn, I was like, that's wild, but I understand why you think that if you don't think Saturn's really strong. But I do think that, yeah, Crocodile's going to come back and he's going to be like insane. And I just can't wrap my head around it. When you brought up the whole point of like, what level is Boa at? Like after the whole Blackbeard thing, I don't know where we are at with certain characters, because one of the goofiest thing with the anime was seeing Blackbeard move. Like that was the most jarring thing.
Let's go.
Hilarious, actually.
Let's go. I like that.
But
that was great.
At the end of the day, Blackbeard is going to be a character that keeps up like that, right? And so it's even hard to wrap your mind around that. But I think like when we talk about like Doflamingo's a captain. I think Oda is going to keep him at that relative level. The only characters that break those outliers, in my opinion, would be like King and Katakuri, because like obviously Luffy fought Katakuri and King is a Lunarian, and now there's an entire Legion of Seraphim modeled after him, right? So it's an outlier character. But it's just when we started the conversation on Saint Saturn, I just feel weird if we go back, like maybe it's my broken shonen brain. I just feel like since we're pushing forward, I feel like it makes sense that the characters continuously push forward. And I feel like above Warlord, above Admiral, and I feel like if the Holy Knights are like, we would be splitting hairs and decimals to say like, yeah, like the Admirals are here, Holy Knights are here, Gorosei's here, and then Yonko's here, right? Like I just feel weird. I feel like it's cleaner if it's like Admiral, Holy Knight, Yonko, Gorosei.
But One Piece isn't clean though.
That's true. That's fair. I agree with
that.
Well, no,
hold on. Wait. I think it will be actually
it's a lot
clean.
of nuance and everything.
Yeah.
I think One Piece is kind of clean.
Depends on matchups too.
Matchups matter too, but also like we knew from the very beginning that the Yonko were kind of built different, because that's what Garp alludes to at the end of Enies Lobby, where he's like, listen, us the Marines and these warlords, we together have to match the Yonko. Our system is us two, these major units against the Yonko. That's how we even out. And when you have so many repeated instances of Shanks and you have Newgate having a slumber party, and then the Gorosei are sweating, like, oh my god, it's happening. You have Kyle Big Mom having a get-together. Oh my god, it's happening. And it just kind of feels like the entire time, because One Piece is predominantly a story about pirates. Pirates matter the most in the story. It's their era, the Great Pirate Era. And because of that, and we're focusing on the pirate journey, we're going to be tackling the pirates first and foremost. So it doesn't surprise me if we double back to, let's say, other character groups like the Marines or even the World Government, and they're not as good as the pirates on paper. Because, yeah, the ultimate joy, I mean, the ultimate goal here ultimately should be the One Piece. Now, will we get, let's say, a war after that? Maybe. Not too sure. We'll see how it works out. Oda says no, but then Weber kind of says yeah with Wayne C. But because we focus on the pirates first and foremost, it kind of feels like, well, Luffy should be then weaker, or, well, I guess they should be stronger than Kaido, because given shonen tropes, that's how it works. So Kizaru on paper would be stronger than Kaido because Kizaru is the opponent after Kaido. But at the same time, we saw what happened with Kaido, where it wasn't just Luffy versus Kaido, it was Kaido versus everybody. It was Kaido versus the Scabbards.
Does it, right?
Kaido versus
he has equalizers.
So
I think with Saturn,
while moving a whole island in the process, it's like, bro,
yeah,
like, okay.
So I think with Saturn, he's not going to be stronger than the Yonko. So I think he's going to present a different set of issues or problems to deal with.
Yeah,
probably.
So real quick, I based off of what Cole said, someone chatted something, and I think you guys will find this interesting. And then I think Zonin had some other questions that to add on. So we'll move to.
We gotta get to that.
I got one.
So Boy10 said, "Stop glazing entry level Yonko. We are past that. Whitebeard is just some guy who collected kids."
Dumb. Actually ridiculous.
Okay, Cole said his statement. Brago, what's your response to that?
Say it again. What's the question?
Stop glazing entry level Yonko. We are past that. Whitebeard is just some guy who collected kids. Your thoughts, Brago? Very quick.
This person shouldn't read One Piece anymore.
Sai, your take on this?
I was actually stun locked for a second. I was like, wait, what?
All right.
Like Whitebeard's a fraud? I mean, I don't know about that, but
Whitebeard's just some guy. Okay, cool. And Zonin, your take, and then you had some other questions to hit us with.
It just like look at the Odin flashback when he goes against the Roger Pirates.
Yeah, if you're saying Whitebeard's just some guy who collected kids, you're saying Roger's just some guy who collected rocks. Like, I don't know.
Pirate King doesn't matter, guys.
Yeah. So, but Zonin, what were some of the other questions you wanted to hit us with?
Well, I don't know. It depends on how much time Brago and King of Lightning want to go for, because I know that we originally planned to go.
Don't ask them about time. Just ask the questions. They'll make the time. If they
well, I don't want to hold them hostage.
They hold.
Oh
themselves
yeah. I got a solid 8.
I got like some time left. So
okay,
some could be in between like 15 minutes and 5 hours. So.
Brago literally every stream this week was like, this stream was supposed to be an hour. 7 hours later at 9 a.m.
Exactly, and I got a stream tonight, so I gotta prep.
So time it's non-existent. If Brago had a domain expansion, it'd be time related.
Yeah, Brago's using his hockey efficiently.
For
these streams.
Exactly.
Okay, the admirals. Well, the originals. Are they all becoming good guys at the end?
No. Hell no.
Yes.
Not Green. Oh, maybe. No, not Green Bull.
No, just the original.
No, the original ones. Kizaru, Kuzan, and Kainu.
Yes.
I struggle for. Okay, Kainu will never be a good guy.
He's already good.
But I can see him going against the Celestial Dragons.
Yeah, that's basically what I was getting at. Like, once the Void Century is revealed and what Emu is and all of that, I think Akainu will, turn on them. And he'll be like, this isn't justice. I know what justice is. Because, I don't know, it's already kind of been building up to that in a way. Like, the way that he's kind of disrespectful to them. And I don't want to go into, like, what Oda bases things off of, because I know that gets real controversial. But if you're familiar with, like, the story of Momotaro, how he like originally befriends like a pheasant, a dog, and a monkey. Like, it's obviously not a coincidence that that's what their code names are.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it is very possible that actually me and Sai were talking about this, I think last week, that there might be a parallel sequence in the final arc to Marineford where Luffy is staring down the 3 admirals, but instead they'll be behind him, or they'll be working with him.
That's hot.
At some point.
That's hot.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
like, imagine Luffy holding that wooden pillar, but this time the admiral's on the other side.
Cole is vomiting.
It's gross, bro. It's gross.
It's good. It's good. That's shonen, brother.
No.
That's like some fairy tale,
which is bad.
Fairy tale is great.
That is bad. That's not a good thing. That's a horrific thing. No, hell
I remember
no.
where one time you used to love fairy tale. What happened?
Everybody used to love fairy tale.
Listen,
what happened to you?
We all used to believe in friendship, man.
Get the dust off the archive of that one. I'm gonna get into it, bro.
Cole's
You have
about
to go and
delete
fight.
a whole
Not
channel.
your guy. What
Friendship.
happened?
Friendship with
Laxus?
No.
Laxus, come on.
We're not getting into it. We're not getting into it, bro.
Come on.
Listen, those dark days are over. The whole point here is this, okay? Because we survived that Black Plague. We're done. Here's the thing. You have these villains. No. You have because the problem is that we have to make way for other Marines that are going to be actually good guys in the future. Kobe, all right, Meppo, maybe Sengoku. These people are actually going to be good guys, and we kind of see them grow, and they're getting to that point in the future. Because what did Garb do? Garb said that like Kobe is the future of the Marines, right? Kobe is the person. We have to make way for them to actually be the ones to conjoin the Straw Hats and the Marines in some unique way. You don't need Kizaru, you don't need Akainu or even Kuzan for that. Kuzan can stay as a actual Black Pirate member and be aiming for them in the future. You don't have
How
to
much
have
time do you
that
think
because
is gonna
Kobe's
pass,
there.
though?
Yeah, we don't have time for Meppo and Kobe to get up there.
Kobe just did some nut stuff, so he's getting.
Well, he did,
power.
but here's the thing: Akainu, Kizaru, and Kuzan, like they can lead
No.
the way. They can pull a Garp and lead the way
feel
for
like
Only
it's-
Fujitora has that right.
is
Only
Kobe's
Fujitora has
time
that right.
Why
already?
Fujitora? What makes him so special?
Because he's being the one that's actually set up with the blind justice, and blind justice will
Fujitora
actually.
is an imposter. He should have been fired.
What?
We need more people like
Yeah.
Kizaru, right? Just doing his job, just executing his friends. But that's the thing though. Like Kizaru's kind of
We're all
set up to
quiet.
turn to switch sides. You know.
Fujitora is set up pretty well for that.
He's already
Not
shot.
any other
How about-
admiral.
Fujitora's
Not
pretty
any
much
other
already
admiral.
done that.
He's already done
Fujitora's like all the way there.
Cole, how about this
Right, so
headcanon?
again,
How
for
about-
him makes sense, but everything else, no.
Cole, how about this headcanon? Because like I think there's been a discussion on Dragon's Front too, where he's supposed to be liberating and the revolution, whatever. And I think Morge was saying like Morge and Vinland, they were saying like he has a redundant place in the story because Luffy's ultimately going to be the liberator, right? So like Dragon could have an exit in the story, but also Akainu could have an exit story. So how do you feel about them doing like a dual
hold on now.
Kamehameha together, and they're like
Wait,
Luffy
sing
is the
Kumbaya.
No,
unintentional
wait, hold on,
liberator,
wait, hold on. Yeah,
And
right.
also,
Luffy's
I don't
not,
even think that.
he's not a
though,
liberator,
because
yeah.
Sabo is done. Sabo is stepped into Luffy's spot, where
In a lot of
he's
ways,
the
yes.
hothead that's doing things that's not intentional, but it's working out, right? So it's like, I feel
Yeah.
like Luffy, in some ways, is gonna liberate, but it's not. That's not his intention, right?
Never
I feel
was, I think.
Right. So,
Unless he needs to because he owes somebody, right?
He's
It's like,
like a
but he's
friend.
that's what he
unintentionally
always
holding
says.
their
Like that's what he always says. Like, I want to be a hero, bro. Like, I'm not a fucking hero, man. Like,
But-
like I'm not gonna lie, like
He's
now's a perfect time to
unintentionally-
buy in on the Dragon stock, because I think
Oh, yeah, we
once
said the
Oda
same
gives
thing.
us Dragon, it's gonna be phenomenal.
Yeah, me and Sai have been saying because
Dragon's gonna be great. How about this? Instead of
gonna be
like
great, sure.
instead of the scene of like the admirals turning good, what if the admirals just believe in Dragon's sense of justice though?
if the
What's Dragon
if the
Sense of
animals get
Justice?
defeated, wait, if the animals get defeated and then they stand down, fine. But I don't need them teaming up with Dragon side by
Oh,
side,
yeah, they lose
Power
first.
Ranger style, and they're fighting against
want a
Imu and the
back-to-back?
Gorosei. No, yeah, no back to back.
You don't want them back to back.
No,
No, it's
I
like
want
the
to see a
Backstreet Boys. They're
Dragon
getting
and
back
Kainu
together.
back to back. Kill me,
And
bro.
then they just glance at each other
They're like the boys.
yeah,
It's like Squad 7.
just like old times.
Oh, I hate it. I detest it. No.
The Fairy Tail
no.
Guild finally got back together.
What if-
You
I
know,
mean,
that's what it's
the
gonna
thing
feel
is,
like.
though, if that happens, then that means the Gorosei are broken and that the Holy Knights are broken.
Cause like think about it, right? It's like
think
you're talking
that's
about
what's
wait,
gonna
so wait, hold on. So think about it, right? In like the final war against the world government, you're gonna have the world government. You're gonna have, let's say, whatever destroyed Lucia Kingdom. You're gonna have Imu and the Gorosei. You're gonna have potentially all the animals. You're gonna have the Seraphim. You have all these military forces across the entire planet on their side. On the opposite side, you have like probably Luffy and other crews leading the charge, major, massive crews. Then you got
Katakuri.
ancient weapons. You have Shirahoshi on your side, for God's sakes. You have potentially Pluton in Wild Country on your side.
But we
It's
gonna
like,
have somebody
wait a
that-
minute, bro. And then you want military powers as strong as the admirals to defect? No.
Well,
No.
okay. Well, the question comes in now, because we could have somebody there that could throw a wrinkle in everybody's plan, and Blackbeard.
Yeah, where does
Because if
Blackbeard?
Blackbeard is there,
Is he a big enough wrinkle to offset two ancient weapons? I don't know.
What if? Hey, this
Blackbeard,
I don't know, bro.
this was a crazy
I don't
idea I had.
Blackbeard with Kuzan.
He has plans. He has plans, but we're talking about like literal ancient weapon class things, my boy. We're talking about Pluton. We're talking about like Poseidon.
Yeah, but Blackbeard has the power to destroy the world.
Bro, listen.
But Blackbeard wants to
Oh
side with the
yeah,
world government.
He can destroy the Red Line. He can knock him out.
There's gonna be a clear distinction once you see these things activate that these things are gonna be crazy.
Sure, Hoshi can call in a lot of fish.
That can like destroy entire continents. Yeah. I mean, I don't tell
But
you,
the
bro.
thing is, Blackbeard wants to
But
side with the
Blackbeard
world
might have a
government.
third fruit by this point. Might even have his own ancient weapon. Who knows?
Yeah, there'll be
Like, at
exceptions,
this point-
obviously, but
At this point, we Blackbeard said he wants to side with the world government. So shouldn't that be
Yes.
taken into
That's
consideration?
cap.
But then, but
that's his plan.
But
you know?
here,
That's cap.
here's an interesting thought, Brago.
That's his plan, but that's not his goal.
What if? Because when you
Yeah.
think about Blackbeard, and I thought about this a long time ago. It's like when you look at it, Blackbeard's like he hasn't done anything to hurt the Navy per se until recently. But prior, it was all like everything except for essentially like, no, even Marineford except for like the casualties. It was a large thing, like taking down Whitebeard and taking down Portgas, D.A.'s Goldie, Roger thing. That's a huge thing that he handed to them. The fallout is a separate thing. Now, are they happy? That's also a separate thing, because he became a Yonko.
Leverage par.
He became a warlord,
that's why he was
then
able
a
to do these
Yonko.
things.
Yeah, and he has leverage. And I'm
has
thinking
leverage
like
now.
His title is an admiral, isn't it, or is it a commodore?
Yeah,
Commodore Admiral, right?
Whatever Teitoku is, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, they go back and forth between Commodore and Admiral, but I do think Blackbeard has leverage now, because what if Blackbeard does a public execution of the Marine hero?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I mean,
Inverse Marineford.
Yeah.
Do that,
They do. Sengoku, Sudo, admirals, they pull up, and then Blackbeard's like,
I think the whole
It
point
depends what he
was
wants,
that
though.
he wanted to have a bargaining chip. He didn't want to he doesn't want to kill the people. He wants to use.
No, but what if he has to force their hand?
That's why, like in Kuzan's mind, it's like Garp is more valuable than Kobe, because Garp is a bigger bargaining chip, right?
Yes.
So we don't know what Blackbeard's full plan is, but it does seem like he's actually genuinely trying to line his ducks in a row to be on their side.
No.
Agreed. Because
he does want to be a king,
no. Not to be on their side per se, but he wants. No. I think that he wants their assets so he can use that to get the One Piece.
Yeah, or whatever treasure Marie Raw has.
The One Piece? No.
Yeah.
Maybe not the One Piece. I don't know about the One Piece, but...
King of the Pirates, World Control.
Blackbeard does not care about becoming a king of his... He's already a king of his own country.
He wants to be king of the world.
No, exactly. He wants to be the world king.
Yeah,
he's
inheriting Rox's.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Him aligning with the
throne.
world government is just to basically fuck them over again. It's not to basically work.
He's going to be their ally on paper, but he's going to get power by being an ally with them, and then he's going to be able to use their assets like I think other kingdoms can do. It's like even more so because he has Garp under control.
If the world government allows Blackbeard to use their assets, then they should lose.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would not trust him again. I wouldn't trust him again.
He fucked you over before. Like, he literally did.
The main point, though, is what you said there, right? He wants to be on their side until he gets what he wants. Then So the reason why that's a distinction is because his actions up until that point would be on the world government side.
Because it doesn't make any sense. Why would you even be close to trusting Blackbeard?
When have we ever thought the Gorsei have made great decisions? Let's be honest.
And Kuma?
Okay,
that was pretty. Yeah,
Saturn. Maybe the hive mind is
Saturn from our decision.
Saturn alone, great decision. All five of them together, who knows? Who knows what's going on in there?
Investing in Vegapunk was pretty smart too.
Okay, hold on. So think about it, right? You have all of these countries right now that are like revolting against the world government, and they're not paying their taxes. Then you have the hero of the Marines, Garp, someone that people rely a lot on for their moral support. He's captured by Blackbeard, and then people find out that maybe he may be executed. What's the point of trying to seize control or trying to rein in control with the Grand Line and other blues when the hero Garp, who's the major pillar of that, he may be on the verge of death? So the same way how Whitebeard, he died, what happened? Oh, all these are pirates, like Brownbeard, other cats, they pulled on up. Whitebeard's territories, they're ours now, we're taking them. So in the same way, you want to make sure that you still have face with the people. And you have to make sure that you align with Blackbeard to make sure that he doesn't kill Garp. Because Garp is going to be on ice for a minute. For a minute, man. He ain't going nowhere.
I think they definitely save Garp or find a way to help Garp.
Good luck.
Maybe because Garp is the face. What if you usher in a new era with somebody else, or you basically set the example to Seraphim?
The only person to be Kobe in the future, but that's it.
We just saw Doflamingo walking around like a menace out there. I don't know where he's coming from, but he just fucked some shit up.
How did Dofi do this? What the
Seraphim.
Dofi's still in prison.
As Flamingo.
He's at
he's living vicariously through the Seraphim.
Yeah, right.
Everything S Flamingo does is a Dofi feat.
Of course.
I love that.
I guess you can say, Fred, I don't like Miyok, but it's like, it's just funny.
Them trusting Blackbeard, I can't wrap my head around it.
That's That's why it's a good chance that Shanks was right. Like, yo, listen, man, be careful with pirate, bro. In case you want to do anything, be
That'd
careful.
be redundant.
It wouldn't because these guys, they think they're the absolute, and then they want to maintain control. How can you maintain control of the entire world when
watch out for
vast
Blackbeard,
swaths
bro.
of population, bro? If BB's gonna try and infiltrate the world government system, then that proves Shanks correct. Because obviously he want that.
He became a warlord.
Dude, for a warlord. He's
That's
a king of his own country now. Now, and he has Garp. Remember, what was he doing before Garp? Well, he was, because we see it with Amazon Lily. He goes to Amazon Lily. He can't get Boy Hancock. Fine, fair enough. But he grabs an entire battleship, and then he grabs 800 prisoners. And then Kobe's like, no. Take me as tribute. Okay, fine, Kobe, he's tribute. But up until then, and also he has slaves too now. He's doing almost the exact same thing the Sons of Dragons do. He has slaves. He has people that are captured as prisoners. He's trying to take battleships.
No,
he's trying to amass.
We agree with the goal. I think that the goal is to become the king of the world. Okay. That is his goal.
But through the world government, he's trying to also amass.
No. My thing is the world government. If in some way you trust Blackbeard again, that is horrendous. Maybe
given the circumstances,
like the circumstances would have to be like they lose all their admirals, and then they need like a powerhouse, right? And that's why I was bringing up the whole naming thing. Like, is it weird that he's an admiral? And it's like, and we just talked about how all the admirals could flip. Could it be that the world government folds and they're like, well, you want to be a part of us, and then the naming scheme fits, and then Blackbeard ends up being like a military might that like they need, and Blackbeard having Whitebeard's fruit, having the darkness fruit, having Kuzan in his
sits on the true throne.
Because
sits on the true throne.
Imagine Kuzan leaving the Marines to go work for the Marines again.
But because
he's doing it for Blackbeard, bro. He's doing it for Blackbeard.
At the end, so like, for example, with like the pirating world, the whole like warlords being privateers, pirates that were sanctioned by the government, that was a real situation that happened where England lost their top Navy member mainly because of taxes. Like, they couldn't pay people anymore, and so he left. He became a pirate, and then he got hired by the government still. So he left, and then he was this cracked pirate because he was their best Navy, and then he became a pirate, and then he became a warlord for them. And like, that's like actual thing.
They're going to abolish the warlord system to then create another warlord in Blackbeard.
I'm not saying this. I'm just saying.
What else? Blackbeard. That's what he'd be, right? A warlord.
No, he wouldn't be a warlord. He would be like in the same way that we see all the kings go to reverie.
Yeah, they
like,
give him promotion.
He can actually make decisions like the other kings can, bro.
Oh, you're a god lord.
Yeah, he's a god. He's
a god. He would set a new precedent.
Yeah.
Maybe they make him a king and they bring all the kings from every country to fight with the world government.
Yeah, maybe
maybe King Riku's gonna get in there. Elizabello.
You know what? Maybe
Don Chinjiao.
He wants to be king of the world. Maybe they appease him. You're king of the new world. Ha! And then
no,
he gets that.
I can't imagine the world government working with Blackbeard again, though. That just sounds
that's awful.
Silly.
Well,
I feel like the world government would. Like if Blackbeard has Garp as leverage, I can see the world government attacking Blackbeard before allying with him.
Bro, that's insane.
Wait. Say that again.
What do you mean it's insane?
Say it again.
Like the world government attacking Blackbeard?
The world government
might be the most pocket thing I've heard today. What are you talking about?
Brother, they're attacking Luffy, a Yonko. Like,
wait.
And they're attacking Luffy because of Vegapunk.
No.
If they have Garp, they're gonna attack Blackbeard for Garp.
No.
If Garp is really the pillar of the Navy, then they're gonna go out of their way.
He's also
He's
just make Blackbeard a celestial dragon.
No. Dude, hold on. You understand? During Amazon Lily. Wait. During Amazon Lily, there was a reason why the vice admiral, the dude that turned to stone, Yamakashi, he said we have to wait for orders before we do anything to these guys.
But Blackbeard was inconsequential. Like, they're on a mission.
Now
Blackbeard wasn't stopping. Yeah, now he has Garp. Now we got to attack him. Like, forget the orders. Forget the orders. Yeah. What do you mean?
No, because remember how they had to gather all of these forces? Like they had to gather 100,000 elite people. They had to get the warlords, all these cats, just for one dude Whitebeard pulling on up. Now you're going into the new world that you don't control, and you're gonna go to one of the main bases of a Yonko to try and take back Garp? Nah, that's not a smart idea.
It's not smart, but people run on emotions.
I think
though.
they'd much rather just let Garp.
You think they just let Garp die?
Because if they let him die, if they let him die, people are going to revolt all across the world because people love Garp.
Yeah,
and if people aren't paying their taxes,
I doubt.
they're gonna have a. So you have to acquiesce to Blackbeard. That's the only message.
Or you can fight Blackbeard. You don't have to just cave in though.
I don't know.
You don't have to sell it right off
rip. Fleet of like 50.
Maybe test. Okay, how about this? Test it out first. Send like CP0 there at least.
50 Marine battleships are gonna be pulling on in, and then out of nowhere, you're gonna have one giant black hole absorb them into an abyss, and they're all gonna be dead.
Get the job
no.
Yeah, send a Kainu. You know, Blackbeard was running from a Kainu.
That's what
Blackbeard was like, we're not ready to fight this guy yet, right? Come on.
And
Just send him over there.
Kuzan got PTSD. He's like, he want no smoke.
See,
I don't think his crib. Coming to Blackbeard's crib. That's not happening.
The world government, I don't think, but that's also a question,
What's the
right?
Japanese word for volcano?
Garp is a D-clan member. Like I don't know if the world government would, but I feel like a Kainu would probably fold and have to. But that's where
the Marines would want him.
But that's where Sengoku and like Suru and those characters fall into line. Like Oda keeps them relevant, and I would imagine it's because like they're gonna have some kind of mix in with the Garp situation, right? Because they were already talking about shutting down Cross Guild, and if they find out Garp is captured, then. Yeah, and then there's a whole sword section we haven't even talked about, but like God knows what they're doing, training snipers and flower guns and shit like that. Like
I agree that Blackbeard has the world government in a quandary right now, right? And they have to make a decision. But I think
Kazan is volcano.
Working with Blackbeard might be worse than just letting Garp die.
Nah.
Yeah.
Blackbeard.
No.
I mean, okay, like
gonna burn you
initially, no, but in the future, yes, but they won't realize that.
They won't realize that?
They have the Carfax though. They know that Blackbeard said it before.
Blackbeard has burned everybody he's been with.
He's knocked Intel down now.
But it's different when the dude has an entire country of pirates at his disposal. He's a Yonko of the sea, so he controls a part of the world that you go. Wait. He's a Yonko of the sea, so he controls a whole part of the world that you guys can't control. And on top of that, he has
Does he control it though?
Does he?
Well, yes.
Can they not, or do they just? Are they just poor and brokies and they can't afford the taxes?
No.
That's what Whitebeard did. Whitebeard was literally busting his ass, working all those years to make money to subsidize
for one island. Okay?
No, all of the territories.
For his hometown. Wait, what the hell?
I thought it was all the territories.
Like it was Marco
isn't that the whole
about
point of
Sphinx
having
Island.
the territories that he protects the territories? Like it's like Big Mom taking the
No. Before Big Mom, Fisherman Island was fine under Whitebeard's protection. They didn't pay him any taxes. They didn't give him any candy.
They're not paying him taxes, but they just need the protection, right? Just the name.
Yeah,
right? Okay, so it's just the name on those other ones. So it was just his hometown that he was like you're telling me Whitebeard, one of the Yonko was like stressing about money for his island. Like he was like didn't he say like, oh man, all my money's dirty money, it's criminal activities, and it's like one town. I feel like pre-time skip Luffy
got
could
a
have found
silver
that.
tongue, bro.
Bro, it's hometown, bro. Like it is what it is. Like home hits the heart, bro.
Listen,
it is what it is.
I think the world government, they got to make a decision with Garp, right? Like, what do we do?
They leave.
But I think
they don't.
I think it's worse to work with Blackbeard.
I think the Navy.
You're letting another devil in. You know. Like,
they will have no choice because if people across the world are literally willing, like if you have like 16, let's say 8 more kingdoms in open revolt because Garp won't be saved or rescued. And as well, now you have 15 nations in open revolt. It's like, this is horrible.
But here's the thing, like, Emu was holding up Blackbeard's poster alongside Luffy and Shirahoshi. Like, there's no way that Emu's gonna be like, yeah, you know what, give Blackbeard the go-ahead. Bring him to our home.
Cole, I have a question.
There's no way.
Because what he's gonna do is gonna be beyond expectations.
Cole, in your mind, right? So Marineford was Whitebeard, and the world government had brought in all the warlords, and they brought in the admirals to play like the back end, right? And then Garp and Sengoku didn't do anything. It was just the admirals primarily, and then the warlords, right? Right now, we substitute the warlords with seraphims, right? So and then we have Aramaki, and who's running around, and we have Fujitora who's not allowed to be back. If you took, except Kizaru, if you had Fujitora, if you had Aramaki, and you had the Seraphim all run out to Hachinosu, what would it happen? And it was like the Marine situation.
They would win.
Who would win?
I mean, right now, I do want to say they would win, but I don't think that's possible.
Who is they?
No, the Marines.
Oh, okay.
I think that they probably win, but that's not possible because remember, you still have to have an admiral that always has to be guarding the Holy Land, Akainu, so he can do shit. Then you have to remember, there's other missions that are going on globally.
I don't even know why even that doesn't even make sense to me, bro. Like,
Aramaki said
to guard the Holy Land.
Yeah, they got the Holy Knights. They got the Gorsei.
That's what they do.
But like, to me, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because the Gorsei aren't strong.
Why?
No. They need to pull a Yamamoto, like the greatest defense.
Remember we talked about this, where like you had two admirals fighting in Marijawa. You had Sabo. We had all these. Where were the Holy Knights?
Yeah, where were the Holy Knights? Like, that's their hometown. Like, they should all be there, right?
Well, they get the order to mobilize. They'll mobilize, bro.
Oh, okay.
Everything is burning outside. It's right outside.
They need the order
yet. Okay.
They need the order.
Yeah.
We have the second in the Revolutionary Army outside, but we haven't got the order.
Remember, wait. You laugh, but remember, this Vice Admiral had to let 800 Marines get captured and sit back on his ass.
That's a Vice Admiral, though.
But
like these Holy Knights,
but they allow that though. But they allow it to happen because they had no other choice. So whatever. Like we have to wait for orders. Like,
I feel like
it sounds dumb, but all-out war is not what they want.
Celestial Dragon hierarchy is way different than like Navy because like they were straight up like
treating
Akainu like a pet dog. Like they were like, "Yo, go fetch," and you know, and it's like
even the way Celestial Dragons look at the Holy Knights. Like they were looking at Garland like he's a celebrity. He can just do whatever he wants.
Look at the Marines. I mean, remember, Akainu's still human, and they look at themselves as gods. So like, you know, they're gonna look.
Yeah, but cats like Aramaki is like, they actually are gods. Like they're deities. Prejudice breeds stability. You know, one of Brago's favorite quotes, obviously.
And then you saw how they were at God's Valley too, right? Like right when Roger and Rox pulled up, Garland was like, "Yo, Holy Knights, move out. We gotta fight." like where was that attitude? Where was that attitude when the reverie happened?
I mean, he wasn't wrong, bro.
Stability. If it meant stability, they would be stability, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna come and puppet kill all of you. Stability, like that. That's definitely stable, bro. Yeah.
Bro, he was going to Wada.
They're wanting genocide.
Wada wasn't associated
bro.
with the world government. He's like, nah, I can let loose.
They didn't pay their taxes.
Bro. Listen,
before I asked you guys if the Marines dispatch like a reasonable force of like the max, right? The two admirals, Aramaki, Fujitora, and then all their Seraphims, because that's technically what they're there for, right? To take down a Yonko. That's like that's why you can't just fight a Yonko. You have to wait, right? Brago, you'd say that Blackbeard is going down, right? And I think everyone said Blackbeard is going down, right?
Yeah.
So if they can do that, then for Garp, wouldn't they just do that? Isn't that what?
Because they can't do that. No, because they can't. That's the point.
Okay.
Because right now
they said they're stretched really thin.
Think about it. Gorosei Saturn drops on in. That's a big deal. Who do you got? Kizaru. You have Kizaru and a few Vice Admirals.
And
then
you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that after a failed raid, because remember they did that in Egghead, and they're gonna fail. So imagine doing that and failing. And then like, well, let's just do it again at Hachinosu.
Yeah, but exactly.
And one other question: do you guys? Because I think me and Sai are on the same page, but Zonin too. Do you guys feel like Blackbeard has a role on Egghead in the as far like?
No,
I'm minor.
When I say a role, I mean like there are spoils, right? Blackbeard is always going to third party.
Yeah,
that's what he does.
So you say he's going to show up like that on Egg, like he's going to
somebody's already there
standing on
for the Blackbeard pirates.
Okay, Sai has a different
somebody's already there.
Probably, yeah.
I'm on the boat that they're just kidnapping the researchers.
So
I think they're kidnapping those researchers that left.
So Brago, Sai essentially saying when Blackbeard's ship was shown, it was right after the refugees were leaving Egghead, and it was like the ship left, and then Blackbeard's ship shows up, and then thereafter Blackbeard's non-existent in the current climax, but then also the refugees' ship is missing. So Sai is basically basically saying that Blackbeard took all the refugees, which would flip Ohara, where on Ohara they killed all the refugees and they didn't leave any survivors, whereas on Egghead they allow survivors, and now Blackbeard has their knowledge, and that's the issue. So that's
because they were doing the Sun God
I agree
Nika
with that
dance.
side. That is possible, but
Yeah.
why not both?
I mean, you could do both, but I mean,
I got
if
researchers
were
now. I'm
here-
still going to Egghead to see what's left.
No,
Why?
if Blackbeard's here, then I agree. Like Blackbeard's gonna get more spoils, but I think it's
Yeah.
just Lafitte and Devon. Like I think Blackbeard is he
Right,
was still tied
exactly.
up with Law at the time. We don't know like the timeline or
But
how many
I
days it
doubt-
passed, but
All right, wait. So
It's like
Zonin, what do you
sending-
think? Zonin, what
Well,
do
I
you
mean,
think about Blackbeard?
I agree with Sai. It's like we don't know the exact timeline. I mean, you think it would probably be Lafitte and maybe Devon because those are the only ones that aren't accounted for at this point, right? If we're taking into like the
Devon is
law
too sinister
fight.
to just take refugees. He's going on that island.
He'll kill a few. Like all the pretty girls would kill
He's
for
going
sure.
on.
yeah.
But-
just-
but
Yeah, I think it would also be
unless he told her not to do
anticlimactic.
that. Yeah.
Unless he told Blackbeard told her not to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Unless he told her, don't kill no
Blackbeard
one.
doesn't seem like that type though.
I mean, because they need their intel, but at the same time, I'd be surprised, if she's like, she's a cute girl, goes muru, and then,
They go
I want your
kidnap
head on the
York?
string.
Why not go get
Yeah,
York?
yeah, whatever. But maybe one or two, and that's it.
hey,
You won't notice,
they sent Doberman to go like deal with the ship. Maybe Doberman comes back and it's actually Devon and she kidnaps York.
Bro, that would be some wild activity.
Yeah,
some
Doberman
espionage.
loses to Devon and Laffy off screen. Then
That would be sad. My heart would break, man. I love the Vice Admirals. I was always
What?
cheering on Doberman on all of them. Bluegrass. Who's the
I
other
need to
one?
see
Like
Bluegrass run
Vice
shit, bro.
Admirals, bro.
the
Bluegrass,
Vice Admirals.
the
They
ride
need more
fruit.
respect.
Maynard.
That's me. Yeah,
Maynard.
Maynard earned it for sure, most definitely.
Yeah.
Onigumo, right?
Just ran into
Onigumo's a
bad
big
matchup.
one.
Just ran into a bad matchup.
Momonga.
Dalmatian. Momongo's the only solid one right now, bro. That's it.
Momonga's pretty good. But here's the thing. Momonga had to stab his hand and not be affected by Boa, whereas Kobe just didn't care, right? Like, what are we saying?
Kobe's,
Like, Kobe has better willpower?
they're saying he's
Yeah.
just not attracted to.
Yeah.
Oh, he swings the other way, yeah?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
come
You never
away.
know, man. He had pink hair.
Whoa.
Something's going
Maybe
on there.
that's the whole thing with him and Luffy. I just wasn't seeing it until now.
Yeah, whenever he looks, he can only see Luffy when he looks at Boa. He was just staring at Luffy's poster in the
You
background.
didn't mention Bastille when you talked about the Vice Admirals.
Bastille,
Right,
well, Bastille,
Bastille, Sasabo.
didn't he?
Drago's not taking
Yeah,
that as
he
disrespect.
got his head
Sit back.
crashed, right?
Yep.
He fought against a Flame Emperor.
Bro, Flame
Yeah, I
Emperor
mean,
came out
what
that
did
like
we
having his
expect, right?
mask. He had his mask. The disrespect, bro. He just had that shit in the fire, like
Maynard's gonna
wasn't-
come
but-
back
but-
looking like Burgess.
but
He's gonna
the-
have like half robotic face.
But
It's
the
over.
problem, though, guys, we said it before. Titles are everything. Saba wasn't Flame Emperor then. He got a huge buff after Dressrosa.
Oh,
No.
you're right. We have to
Imagine-
scale up Maynard too, right? Yeah.
Imagine your only flex is beating up Bartolomeo's right hand, man.
That's what made him Flame Emperor.
Hey,
That's what made
hey!
him-
He had a bounty of like 50 million though. Like it's not an average right
he the
hand
moon?
man.
Is he the moon to Barto's son? If that's the case,
Hey,
then-
let's go.
Yeah,
Maynard,
He's
shout
taking out right hand mans like Zora. You gotta watch out.
yeah, I think, bro. If I take out a right hand man of a crew, that's a feat.
Yeah, like Maynard. I would consider him a hockey man.
What about T-Bone then? T-Bone was slicing sea kings standing in the middle of the ocean.
Oh,
No,
the guy that
T-Bone,
was
he got done
civilian?
dirty.
Ah.
Yeah, he got done dirty.
The guy
It's either that
lost
or the
some old
civilian's
dude?
hiding
Yeah.
something.
I
Like what if it comes to find out that civilian has a Logia devil fruit?
just
and
want to
it's
say
awakened,
I do not endorse
right?
T-Bone slander. This is all them. Not sponsored by Anti-T-Bone Coalition.
He had his moment, but he got a little bit too soft. Let some old man kill him. I mean, listen, man. To each their own, bro. All right, listen. This guy's eating. At least his family's eating well now. T-Bone had his moment, but he just got nixed by Zoro. That's it. Like T-Bone. Who gives a shit?
So Zona, you see how we spiral out. Is there a last question you want to hit us with? Closer.
No, that was everything.
So then let me
I
hit
think
you with
everybody's
something.
content.
Let me hit you with something because I already hit everybody here with the same question.
Yeah,
and I think it
hit us with the final piece of the pie.
well it's mainly for Zonin because you guys all answered it. The reactions on your face is going to be the input here. So Shanks, okay, let's start here. Kaido versus Saturn. Dude, where were you on that one? Kaido beat Saturn?
Kaido.
Not you, Cole.
I
Zonin.
think Saturn would beat him.
You think Saturn would beat him? Okay.
Saturn beat
Okay.
Kaido.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kaido's being Saturn in dragon form.
Kaido's being Saturn
I
Dragon.
think
form.
Kaido beats Saturn, but it's extreme.
Okay. Okay, so then let me split this in a different way,
How
because
many Yonko level
you
cats,
Zonin
bro?
are in the minority here, where most of the creators here believe
usually
that
am.
Kaido
It's fine.
is beats Saturn. And so then I proposed them a next question, which was, so if they think that, and Cole has a we're not gonna say bias, that's a banned word here, but Shanks is kind of a favorite character. But so I asked the question: if Shanks walks in the room with 5 Gorosei, who walks out? And by walking out, I mean fight. Like they fight, and who walks out? And so I already kind of gauged where you would answer, but would it blow your mind to know that some of these guys think that Shanks beats all 5 Gorosei?
Not at this point, after I've heard them talk for the last 2 hours. No, not surprised at all. But
No.
I do think if they all gang up on Shanks, they're for sure killing him. That's just an unfair fight. But I think it gets really interesting 1v1.
1v1. So if Shanks, you think Shanks could run a gauntlet on and get a heavy way through the Gorosei?
Ah, man. That's
Wait, do
like
you think
saying,
Shanks-
can Luffy run a gauntlet on the Admirals?
Okay, yeah, that's
I
a
think Shanks can use 5 commissaries.
5.
It's all it takes, yeah.
So
There's one
there-
commissary.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Pretty much,
That's
bro.
it.
5
That's it.
combos.
Or do the cocky version. Just spin around.
Oda
Boom.
goes
First off,
insane.
observation hockey is off. All right, switches off.
Yeah,
Boom, right, none of that.
he's canceling it.
Well,
That's it.
It'd be crazy if Oda goes straight. He pulls a straight like Bandai Namco Mugen. Like he hits us with the 1 combo, 2 combo, and then it's a 5 combo.
Bro, Shanks is
max.
getting out of that room. He's getting out of that room.
Yes, of course.
Bro, okay. For
Sabo
context,
got out the room.
Like
bro, here's the thing.
1v5
Here's the thing
Shanks
for context. Here's the
Sabo,
easy
they
example.
say.
Sabo.
But
got out
Sabo
of the
didn't
room.
win.
No,
He ran.
Yeah.
No, but that's the thing. They said get out of the room.
No.
No, Paparsing beats all of them.
Yeah, no, because Cole is massing groups of people with the walks out of the room, and all the people are like, yeah, Sabo, Wapo got out. No, Cole thinks that he squashes them like a bug. Like that's what he thinks.
No,
because-
whoa. This is a bug. Calm down. Easier slugger.
Oh, okay. He squashes them. So the bug was
No, whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right. Let me
Like-
quote.
like-
let me quote New York
like-
City then, Cole.
Think of
Let me
it.
quote.
Think of it
You
like
said-
a misbehaved dog.
You said Kaido would squash Saturn like a bug. Then I asked you who's stronger, Shanks or Kaido, and you're like, Shanks. And then I said, so does Shanks squash the Gorosei like a bug? And you're like, easy.
Wait, no. No.
Then
We
said
have the footage. We have the footage. I don't recall the word bug
3
being
minutes
used
of
here.
the 4 hours, bro. And then it was your
Bro, you
next
have
time
the
I'm
footage.
recording.
Listen,
Next time I'm recording.
Fair enough. You record. What I said was simple, okay? What I'm thinking that it all comes back to the same idea, where who are the people that are worthy of being the final fight for Luffy come the end of the series? And I've always said before that there's 3 cats I think are worthy. Blackbeard, who will get up there eventually, Shanks, who's already there, or Emu. That's it. Those 3 cats.
You hesitate on
Can
Emu then.
Emu I mean, I'm saying, but like, can Emu defeat all 3 of the Gorosei? I mean, all 5 of the Gorosei. I think it's possible. Maybe not, but I think he maybe on paper could do that.
Yes,
So
he can.
if we get to that point, so why not someone like Shanks? Why not someone like Blackbeard, who are also, in my opinion, worthy of being the final villain?
So
That's it.
And so I
I got
just
Emo
like
above Shanks.
I don't know about
to be
Shanks, the
honest.
final villain, but Blackbeard for sure.
I
Well,
like
final
getting
fight, final
the
fight.
different aspects,
Okay,
right? So
final fight.
Zonin, on your own, do you feel like Shanks is equal to a Gorosei or well above a Gorosei, where he could take out multiple, like running back to back to back? And then, yeah, maybe he loses by 5, but like he takes out 2 or 3. Do you think he's that strong, or do you think the Gorosei are stronger than Shanks, like individually?
I wouldn't say he's well above them.
Okay.
Not at all. But they're comparable, I guess. I mean, that's why this conversation is fun, because
Yeah.
there's like no real empirical evidence that we have yet. It's kind of just
Yeah,
like, well, I think this. Just Shanks is like portrayed to be ostensibly the strongest character in the series at this point, right?
Yes.
I mean, who else
Correct.
is more impressive than him? No one that I could think of. Like
okay.
Imu is built up to be the big bad, and their devil fruit is implied to be incredible, along with the rest of the Gorosei. But Shanks just, oh my god, that sequence where he goes against Kid is the craziest stuff we've seen so far. He foresees the future, then one-shots him.
And flies, too. Don't forget the flying part.
And flies.
Oh yeah, he shows up in like less than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Flew
And then Killer is the extra fries on the side, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, you're going down too, big boy.
And then Wire went down, which is really sad. UK, Pop, Emma.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, but Dorian Brogy already set up.
Yeah.
So
Bye,
then,
ciao.
My question when people say that, right? Like, I just have a weird place of where like the Garland fits in, because like is like Shanks like way stronger than the Supreme Commander of the Holy Knights? Because if it's the Holy Knights then Gorosei and Shanks is above that, then it's like Shanks is beating around his like slap boxing his daddy. Like I just feel like
I think Shanks can beat his dad.
I think he can, but if you're
because his dad's out of his prime and everything too.
I agree that he can beat his dad, but if we're saying that the Holy Knights are here and like we're questioning Admiral level, and then the Gorosei are above it, and Shanks is above Gorosei, then that means he's slapboxing his daddy a little bit.
Wait, hold on. First of all, love this idea Eric said, Red Force Podcast. It's a funny idea. I don't think it's true, but what if one of the treasure chests was Shanks? What if Baby Shanks was in the
prize?
He should have suffocated then.
He was one of the prizes. That's kind of funny.
It would be like Yakuza. He would just be like a crippled by the time he gets out of there.
But then also, real quick, who's to say that all of the God Knights have to be on the Admiral level or above? They can be just one or two. That's it. It doesn't have to be all of them. They don't have to be all Admiral Plus.
Oh, yeah.
All of them
it's like the straw hats. They're not all
100%
strong.
will not be Admiral Plus.
Yeah.
Because
it'd be scary.
how the hell do you not control the new world when you have these guys? This doesn't make sense.
Like,
no matter how
I would have to say
it's because they're lazy, bro. Like, they didn't do anything during the Reverie. They didn't do anything during the Reverie. They're lazy. Come on. Come on. What did we say earlier? Like they're waiting on the order.
Come on.
Like, their house is burning down, and these guys are just sitting in the toilet.
4 Uber pirates control a whole section of the planet. Why can't you guys go in there even though you got some match?
Because they're insects to them.
It's like wondering why they don't attack Luffy when they realize he had the Gumu Gumu no Mi, right? Like
they did though.
Cole, do you look at your front
but
yard?
They could have sent like an admiral to like if somebody pops up in the world with the middle initial of D, I'd be like, yo, send the whole force.
They found out, but they found it in the last arc that he was the Nika. So that's what they said.
Yeah, but they knew he was a D from the get go. Like his first.
But you're not gonna kill like every D in match.
I would kill every D. I would play it safe. I don't know.
But Cole, do you look at your front
yard? They don't play any strategy
games
over there. They don't have checkers up there.
And stomp on every anthill you see, and like the ants have an entire
It's not like that, bro.
Absolutely.
It's not like that.
That's how they
not
see
like that, bro.
Saturn literally comes on like these are insects.
I'm pouring water on the
it's
anthill. They're dead.
It's not my front yard. It's like
I'm sorry.
It's like
especially near my house.
Like the Gorosei have their house,
it's gone.
And then next door you have another house, and the guy has a pet fucking lion. It's like, okay, nigga.
I agree with you.
If I had this,
don't let that thing loose, bro. Don't let that motherfucker loose. Hell no.
I agree with Sai and Brago on the marriage raw point. Like, that's crazy that they're not doing anything. But for the New World side of it, that's how they see it. They look at the New World and they're just like, that's not us, right? The marriage raw side is the connection side of like, wait, this is your land. These are celestial dragons being hurt. You should do something now. But I don't acclimate that to like, why don't they do something on Marriage Raw, and why don't they do something in the New World? Because they don't care. They just see it as like that's why they have the Navy. Like, you guys deal with that. If you guys can't deal with it, look what happens on Egghead. Kizaru couldn't handle it. He's the Navy, so now he steps in.
They cared in the pre-time skip. They care in the pre and post time skip because they care every time. Because every time Shanks had a meeting,
pieces.
No,
as far as moving they didn't do
it's
a single
not chess
thing.
Pieces. They do not control any section of the New World outside of maybe a base here or there. That's why Kainu, he was the one that brought over the Marine Ford from the Grand Line to the New World. That was his call because he wanted to try and flex more Marine power in the New World. But the Yonko themselves, ultimately, they don't give a shit because they have to control their own territories. That's why they said for years now that it's under their rule and their domain. And if you need to have, like Law says it.
Yeah, but that's not a Kainu's decision. That was Sengoku's decision. Sengoku was the previous fleet admiral who decides all that stuff. Yeah. That's
But if the goal is Goku to make the Marine base at the New World, he had to do it.
Did they
This
tell him to do
conversation
that?
is very riveting, but I gotta dip out.
Yeah, I gotta go too, guys.
Oh damn. Okay. You know, then I guess it's.
Sorry, guys.
Nah, it's all good. We cooked a good
thanks,
conversation.
thanks for coming, guys. I really appreciate it.
No,
this
it
is
was
dope.
fun, man.
This is dope. We should definitely do this again sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we'll bring on our
when
last
Ward-
guest too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, wait.
Chat?
So that reminds me. Before you guys go, because this reminds me. So next month, at the end of next month, I do like I'm gonna probably aim for a Saturday. I do plan on doing the legendary top 50 stream.
Oh shit.
Legendary
Top
top 50.
Yes, top 50.
I love the way you hyped it up.
5-0. Okay. So I'm gonna probably do it next month, the 27th, and it's gonna be it's gonna be Saturday and Sunday. It's gonna be probably 2 days of just nonstop.
Damn.
So get ready.
It's gonna be a lot of tiny wanking, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna announce it probably around like Christmas, because I want people to just kind of get all this stuff out of the way, so it's like we can just have that weekend to do whatever we need to do. Okay, so
He's crazy.
That's
top 50, bro, and I'm gonna include also latest chapters too. I don't care. It'll be like 2023 plus. All right, I don't care. So I'm gonna see if we can get more cats.
All right.
I'll let you guys know when I do that.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good,
Let's
man.
get it.
All right.
Yep. Catch you guys later.
Yeah.
Everyone, peace out.
One last thing before you go, because of the stream, I was gonna just say thank you guys for being here, spend holiday times here too, and my wife wanted me to also throw out that there's a registry that my wife put together for Zenith.
All right. See you guys later.
So,
I'm gonna head out.
And
I'm kidding.
but and the other part is I just appreciate because like everybody here has put in time of like, you know, spending time with me and like family stuff too and the care, and it's just like a thing that I appreciate all the creators, everybody in the chat for just being a wholesome community. You don't get that in most other places, so just wanted to shout out.
Drop the link to the registry, man. Let's see.
Yeah, man.
We'll
dude.
do.
I will
I'll
not be
buy
doing
him an iPad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn your kid into an iPad
Get
kid.
addicted immediately. I love it, bro. All
I'm
right.
a Cat Curry figure.
You can't beat my brother. He already bought him a new Pixel, and I'm just like, what am I?
I'll give him I'll give him some worthwhile stuff, some crypto. All right, you can use it for the future.
Yeah.
NFT.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, thank you guys, and then thank you Zonin for instigating.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Zon.
Yeah, I couldn't have
done
did it. I literally couldn't have done it without you guys. So yeah,
We'll have
You
a
got
part
us
two
moving,
more.
so appreciate it, bro. You got us moving. That's for sure.
I hope he's having a great vacation.
All right.
I'm just trying to do more than Dragon at this point. So if I can accomplish that, then I'm good.
I mean, you've already done
Amen.
more than enough.
100%.
All right, guys. Until
The only
next
thing
time.
Dragon has is
Until
Bitcoin.
next.
See ya.
Until the next
Peace
one, guys.
I'll talk to y'all soon.
Mhm.
See
Peace
ya.
out.
All right, chat. It's just me and you and you and me. I'm just gonna actually like properly do a send off of a few things. So I'll leave this in the description. And let's do that. And I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, but I know I've been promising a video. I know I have been. And I'm happy to tell you the recording is done. It's 55 minutes long. I'm halfway through editing it. I just need to kill that. I just hate myself because it's supposed to be a 15-minute video, and then like it just grew and grew, and I love the video, and then a few people are saying like, yo, the comeback video is a big one. YouTube pushes it. And I'm like, all right. And then, so this one's going to be a good one. I'm going to probably, if not tonight, then tomorrow morning, it should be up. I can tease you guys. It's going to be about Nami. It's the Nami one. Some of you guys know what the Nami thumbnail looks like. And this stream was planned for a little like a minute, but I was like, damn, maybe I just stream sometime this week because I missed doing the weekly stream because the break week, whatever. And then last minute we just decided to put this up as a stream. So I was like, all right, cool. This is either gonna be a stream on Zonin or Zonin's channel or a video, but as you guys can tell, I've been trying really hard to make the collabs happen again. We had like Hidden Islands in here. We had the Anime NYC thing. Then we're gonna have probably a few more collabs all throughout the holiday season up until like end of February-ish. I'm gonna try a good solid run. And one solid thing that I've been talking about is like just some life stuff, but I feel weird like making a stream about it, and I feel weird just like adding you guys about it. So I figured, like, you know what, I'll just put it in the comments on the videos I post, because then it's not like me going out, like you guys will have to like find if you guys care for it. Like it's just a weird thing. So just, you know, as far as an explanation why the last 4 months was last 4 months, but also because in a few months I might need to take another break, and so I just feel bad about keeping guys in the dark. Like a lot of people, and I appreciate all you guys keeping me on track, saying like, yo, when's the next video and stuff like that. I really appreciate all the support in that regard, and all the support here. Come to this impromptu stream, having fun, holiday times, really means a lot. And then, you know, all that stuff. So damn, Cobb Zen something off the registry. Yo, Hidden, you did not, you already got him a birthday present. You didn't need to do it. That I appreciate you though. It's just this stream was a lot of fun because it was like so many people that don't normally get into a call together, and it was just, I love seeing the reactions. I liked sitting back at points and being like, yo, he just said that, and I can't wait to bring that back on this channel. And I'm sure, like, outside of it, I've been missing a lot of those collab streams. You guys might have noticed I've been I've been hopping into more streams here and there, and I'm probably going to be doing that. So look forward to more Par in the year 2024 and at the end of this year. But as far as tonight goes, I will take a break, get some dinner, finish that video, and happy holidays to you guys. Oh yeah, happy holidays to you and your family too, Hidden. Happy holidays to everybody. Hope you guys enjoy it. Looking forward to you guys. And if you guys also join the Discord, because there is an announcement. It's going to be for member. I'm going to release it a beta, then in members, and it should be next week it'll launch. Hopefully next week it'll launch, and so you'll be notified via Discord. And I might probably do like a end of year free it's hard to tell you what it's about, but at the end of the year, you'll probably, like, if you're in the Discord, you should be able to freely get access to what I'm about to launch. So that being said, peace out, guys. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. Voice of all things. We had a lot of voices, a lot of loud voices, a lot of crazy voices, and that won't stop. One Piece won't stop, and looking forward to it, guys. Peace out. 11:02 coming fast. Oh, monsters. We're watch partying that. All right, now peace out.